Welcome back. So, Rhowan. Yeah.
What's up?
Sylra seemed a little bit off when your trance ended. She didn't tell you much, and then went to her trance. Was there anything Rhowan wanted to do during that 4 hours?
I got some markings to make on my star map. All that fun spell preparation, druidy business.
Is that something he's working on from the wagon, or is he seeking out a less light polluted area?
I'd seek out somewhere a little bit darker that's not too terribly far away, if such a place exists.
Oh, absolutely. You do have to sort of move down the wagon train a fair bit to basically the edge of the town square where it's not currently lit up. But I mean, you'd still be within shouting distance for sure. Yeah. And anything in particular he's focusing on with the stars?
Let me see. That's a good question. There probably would be. But not being able to think of anything in specific at this moment.
Fair enough. Give me some sort of wisdom-y check or something, whatever you're using as you kind of map out the stars.
How do you feel about perception?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's do that. It's going to be a high number now, no matter what. Yeah, you keep working on your chart, and in this particular moment, you kind of feel like you're spotting dimmer stars that you haven't noticed in the past. Despite there being nearby light, you're kind of just picking out areas of the sky where it's much more alive than you've seen in the past, and you kind of ponder on reasons why that might be, and you sort of land on this conclusion of sometimes to see how much life there is, you just need to change the point of perspective. And it gives you peace. But your watch goes without any other incidents, and you're able to return to the wagon as the dawn breaks.
No drow assassins? Amazing.
No drow assassins for you, no. Just inner peace and tranquility.
It's my jam, man. Let me mark that long rest.
All right, well, we'll cut over to Wren and Brielle. Who would be up first?
I feel like Wren has normally woken up first. So probably Brielle's a deep sleeper.
Yeah, Wren is not. So that seems correct. Well, since my friends have very graciously spammed me in the Discord about remembering to correct something. When Wren had shown her neck injury to Rhowan, a detail I forgot to mention was that she had to wipe off some makeup in order to keep that covered. She rarely goes out anywhere without at least that covered. So she wakes up, she sits up on the bed and looks over at Brielle, who's, I don't know, what kind of sleeper is Brielle? Is she like not
She's
a pretty
like
sleeper? Or...
Not a pretty sleeper.
She just kind of smiles a little bit and then goes and heads to get her things and quietly sits near the window, I think, and reapplies the makeup to her neck. And I don't think she'll be in a particular rush, but if it looks like there are a lot of townsfolk kind of like walking around outside, then she might start trying to stir Brielle awake to go and meet up with the others.
Yeah, I feel like if we have been getting up at roughly the same time every day, her body would become a little more accustomed to it, so it wouldn't take her too long to toss over and be like, Oh, morning, Wren.
Oh, morning. I'm not sure when we're supposed to head out, so perhaps we should regroup with the others sooner.
Yeah, they're I hope that they wouldn't leave without us, would they?
I don't know about the caravan, but I'm sure that Rhowan and Sylra at least will still be there.
Okay. I'll just give me 2 seconds. I'll be right up. And she'll like jolt out of bed and like grab her anything she had and just shove it in her bag. And I'm good. She'll like smush her hair flat so the flyaways are kind of like pushed down.
It's like complete opposite of Wren, who takes her time and is very meticulous.
Yep.
I think as they're like leaving the room, Wren's the type of person who like tries to make it easy on whoever is in charge of like cleaning up, and so things are left fairly neatly, but still in a way that you can tell that these things need changing.
Yeah. Brielle would try to make her bed. It would not be the best.
All right. Well, you make your way back through town. You find that this early in the morning, Hardova is not quite as active as the cities that you are used to, kind being much more of a very organized, regimented town that seems to start early every morning, and Adagran being a city that is busy nonstop. It's almost eerie to be out in the morning with so few people. However, it slowly starts to build as you make your way through the town, and especially as you approach the town square, it gets a little bit more lively, more people coming into their places of business. Some people even trying to catch the caravan before it takes off. Sylra, your trance ends without any issue. Rhowan returns to the wagon. What's the start of your day look like?
She is going to sort of wave at Rhowan if he's close by and run back to the tavern to see if she could find Gerard.
Oh, okay. Did you warn Rhowan that this is what you're doing? You just up and take off?
I wonder where she's going.
She's just going to up and take off.
All right. Yeah, Rhowan, you see Sylra enter trance, wave at you, and just take off running. A few minutes later, Sylra and Brielle return to the town square.
You mean Wren and Brielle? Yeah.
That's what I meant. Yep.
We don't see her darting off towards. Okay.
Enough of a gap and enough of a difference in angle.
Fair enough.
Morning, Roan.
Hey, morning. Just get a good night's sleep at the end?
Yeah. I think so.
Sylra just ran off somewhere. I guess she'll be back. She went that way.
Oh.
You missed her by like 5 minutes, tops.
Is she grabbing breakfast for us?
Oh, she didn't say. She just left.
I'm sure she'd be doing that. Well, I don't need to do that, right?
No.
Okay.
Is that common for her?
I don't know. I think you know her better than I do.
I mean,
Well,
I only met her that one time, and you were there.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, I guess we'll just wait then. Did everything go okay here?
Yeah, she's got really good view of the stars from the edge of the market.
And I wasn't here.
That's okay. We'll get an even better view of the stars tomorrow or tonight, I guess. Tomorrow morning, whichever.
Okay.
But Sylra did seem a little bit off when she came back, when she came to start taking her trance. She's swore up and down that everything was fine, but seemed a little bit, she's acting a little bit strange. Kind of hard to put my finger on it. You know.
I think that's why she left this morning.
It could be. She said everything was fine, so didn't seem like she was trying to pull one over on me.
I trust her.
Hmm.
Do we see the new like caravan?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
thing?
it's like right next to yours, and it's pretty sizable. It stands out, red and black silk draped all over it. You don't see anyone at it at the moment, though.
This one's pretty.
But yeah, a lady named Nadia joined up with the caravan yesterday, I guess. She seems nice.
That's good.
She kind of matches your aesthetic a little bit.
I look at the fancy like caravan thing, and I'm just like, thanks,
Color
Rowan.
palette.
Oh, yeah, duh, clearly. The awkward laughter.
All right, I'm going to cut over to the Great Goblin. So when you arrive, the door is held open by like a wooden doorstop. You can see inside there is one young dwarvish man mopping inside the fighting arena with a mop that is almost entirely red at this point. At the far end, you can see that they're pulling supplies out from under the stairs that lead up into the office and carting them over to the bar. At the bar, there is a young woman who is wiping the counter and, cleaning glasses and that sort of thing.
She's going to go up to the bar and just sort of like quietly lean over and ask her, is Gerard here?
Oh. I'm not sure. Who's asking for him?
A friend, Sylra.
I can take a look. She just kind of motions for you to wait there. You see her walk up the stairs. She knocks at the door, waits a few minutes. Door eventually opens, and you can see her having a conversation with somebody. After a minute, she kind of like shrugs, heads back down, and then I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
In the tower, or?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can grab the right one.
Yeah. That's all you see. And she comes back to the bar and she said, one of his guys said that he'll talk to him, but he's not currently here, if you know.
Do you know where he would be?
Make an insight check for me, please. No, I don't know exactly where he is. And as she says that, like, it sounds reasonable. What she said is true. You do catch the briefest moment before she answers you where her eyes look back towards the office.
I really need to talk to him. Importance of life and death.
Oh, um, you should have said that before I spoke to. Tell you what. Let me get you something to eat, and just wait a few minutes, and either he'll be here or he won't, and it's kind of out of my hands now.
Okay. Would you be able to pack up 3 other meals to go, and I can pay for it.
Yeah. Let me see what I can do. And she goes about. You see her like snap in the air for a moment before she starts pulling out a couple small little loaves of bread. They look fresh, and some napkins she lays out, like some larger linen napkin style things. She also just pours an ale without asking and slides it over to you. A few minutes after the snapping, one of the supply boys who is moving things back and forth comes running over, and she just asks him to get what he can from the kitchen, and like just gestures at what she's doing. He goes, and after a few minutes comes back with some salted meats and some basics, some fruit and stuff. Just the essentials kind of deal. The kitchen doesn't seem to be in full swing or anything yet. Interestingly, you don't see where the boy goes once he kind of disappears around the corner, and there doesn't seem to be a door to any kitchen in this place.
Hmm.
But as you pick at your food, drink your ale, eventually, seemingly out of nowhere, Gerard is now standing about halfway between the bar and the stairs.
She'll give a sort of shocked sigh. Jeez, how do you do that? You just appear.
I'm sure you've seen it before. I was trained in, the ways of the shadow.
I'm sorry for possibly waking you up or concerning
Don't worry
you.
about it. I was well awake and very active already. I was just occupied with some menial tasks.
I wanted to give you a warning. Cousin of mine.
Maybe not here.
Okay.
Doors open, ears are everywhere. Come with me. And he leads you back up into the office. As he does, you notice that his hand, when he he walks in ahead of you, kind of takes you by the hand past the threshold. And as he closes the door, you can see his hand slides one finger up the door frame for a moment. All right, it's safe to speak.
So a cousin of mine found me last night and mentioned that my mother has been scrying on me.
That is troublesome.
Yeah, I don't know what sort of protections or wards you have, but if she saw anything.
Nobody can see into this room. I made sure of that on the first day.
Okay. Well, that gives me a little bit of relief. I was worried that I sent you to your grave.
Sylra, your family warns you that they intend you harm, and you worry about me. He takes a step closer to you.
Well, I mean, you're innocent of...
I wish that were true.
You know what I mean. But...
I'm not connected to your family and their troubles, but I wouldn't mind being.
I did have two things I wanted to talk to you about before I leave, if that's okay.
For you, I have plenty of time.
She's going to take out her book of shadows and open it to the new page that's appeared after she gained a new skill. And she's just going to say, can you write your name down on here? This will allow me to contact you, and you'd be able to reply.
All right, that sounds... I thought you were going to tell me something very serious and unfortunate, but well, this is good news. And he very happily takes a quill and writes his name in it.
Well, and the other thing, she looks a little bit nervous, which would be odd with how she had been acting the day before. You mentioned that you were being forced to marry someone before. Do you know who that was?
I believe it was the fourth daughter in the Vicaris family.
Okay. But yeah, that that's everything that I wanted to know. She'd have sort of like a purple blush on her cheek.
This cousin that arrived, I suspect that he's an enforcer for your family.
Yeah, trained assassin. Most of my cousins are do, my family's bidding.
Well, what's his name?
It's Tallerin.
Did you give him your family name last time? You did?
Mhm.
Talrin Vinar. I think I knew him. He has talent for sure, but nowhere near what his ego would signify.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
He is your kin, so know that I ask this with no ill will, but should you feel the need, you would only have to say the word and I could make that problem go away.
I look a little shocked hearing that. Really?
I was first blade of the High Priestess. My skills are unmatched.
That's true. I don't think he'll be any trouble, at least at this point. It was sort of a warning that he gave me. I know.
Ah, so perhaps he's not so bad. Though perhaps I could send him a little bit of a warning as well.
If you know him, then yeah. He might respect that. But I don't want to.
Stop your mother.
No, it wouldn't. And I wouldn't want to put you into any trouble.
I am pretty much out of their reach at this point, I think. Though it has been a long time since I've faced off against a Shadow Blade. Might be fun.
She goes to sort of turn away and head back to the door.
He reaches for her wrist.
You would oblige? The right word?
Why don't you stay for a little bit? Obviously had a difficult night.
Yeah, I know my friends they're waiting. A little bit should be okay. Got them some food, so they'll be happy.
You can see the delight on his face, and almost before you finish that sentence, he sort of pushes her gently into the door and I think we'll cut away.
You cut away to Wren, who's like standing there trying to suppress this like noise that her stomach is making to indicate that she's starving. I really hope that she is bringing us food.
Should I go get some food just in case? Because I'm getting hungry too.
Look over at Rowan. He's kind of got his hand in a bag of granola. Like, you want?
Yeah,
want some?
Something other than berries.
Well, there's dried berries in here,
Oh,
but there's also like oats and stuff. It's good.
sure.
Pour a little bit out.
She'll be like munching it, no problem.
Does anyone tend to the horses while you're waiting for Sylra?
Brielle would probably pet them and like try and talk to them and be like, okay, I need you guys to be good today. We're gonna do this. She's trying to like psych them up again.
They just seem to huff at you.
Yeah, that checks.
Wren has no idea how to take care of horses, so
Yeah, that tracks. So basically, Rhowan, are you feeding them or not?
Yeah. The horses will get breakfast.
Yeah, well, as Brielle's petting the horses and Wren is disgruntledly picking at her oats.
like one little small piece at a time.
And Rowan's giving a feed. You do see this woman, Nadia, in her fine adornments, sort of appear between the wagons. She's just kind of heads in between the group, walking down this narrow passage between multiple wagons lined up. And as she approaches, she goes, "Oh, hi there, Rhowan.
Good morning.
I trust that your night was well."
Oh yeah, you should have seen the stars last night. They were great.
I didn't think to look at them.
Oh, it's a little bright over by the wagons.
Well, I took my time at an inn. When you're in a town, you may
There you
as
go.
well enjoy the pleasantries.
Hey, we got some of the rest of our traveling companions showing back up. They also took the night at the inn, enjoying the pleasantries.
Oh, where did you stay?
In the wagon.
No, she's looking at Wren and,
Okay.
and Brielle. She's not interested in the wagon.
The plush pillow.
Oh, very nice. I've stayed there many times.
It was pretty good.
Very nice accommodations, though my friend just opened up a place, so I've checked that out. And she rolled out the red carpet for me a little bit, but it was really nice. She's done a great job.
Oh, where is that? We probably will be passing through here again.
Oh, then you should definitely check it out. It's at the far end of Hightown, and it's the Sapphire Serpent. You can't miss the sign. It's stunning.
Rowan, I don't see it. I don't think we look alike. She'll like whisper to Rowan by the horses.
That's okay. There's something about your aesthetic that reminded me of
Got it.
probably
Yeah.
the red.
Oh.
Probably the red.
She's pretty though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So I hear you're the adventuring type. You're all sort of rough and tumble.
100%.
Wren's
That's
just
so
like,
exciting.
and yourself? You just a merchant?
You know, I study hard. I ply my trade. I gather what trinkets I can. I have lots of jewelry, lots of gems. I exchange gold. I exchange coins. I exchange gems. I've got some really nice old trinkets, a couple of very nice artifacts from the old empire, and I've actually acquired a number of small not so dangerous, but very nice magical items in recent times.
Is that cool?
But I think it's cool.
Oh, okay. Then it's cool. If you think so, I think so.
I have a bracelet that once a day will allow you to make an incredible light show in the sky.
Oh,
Brielle's face lights up.
that sounds
What else
pretty
you got?
cool.
Well, let's see. I've got a sword that has a voice. I don't know how it works, but it seems to have the ability to think.
Oh, I hate that.
I can see how that might be a bit disconcerting, but apparently it was wielded by some very important knight at some time, and it demands the proper respect and won't be wielded by anyone who doesn't deserve to.
Why would you ever want a sword that like fights back at you? That just seems dumb. What if you get in a fight with each other? What if he doesn't like your family? What if he thinks you're not worthy enough?
Well, I suppose I could say the very same thing about you and Rhowan, or... I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
My name's Brielle. Hi.
She gestured at
Oh,
Wren because she's
yeah.
talking about you and these two people. But I guess that's a Brielle thing.
My name's Wren.
Brielle and Wren, thank you. But one could say the same about you and Wren or Rhowan. But cooperation yields better results.
I mean, I think we've got along since we met. Like, we have trust for each other. We're all dating, so at this point.
Oh
Oh
boy.
my. That's how very forward of you.
No, no. If you spend time with people that you like, that's called dating. I'm sure over the
she's a
course
little
of
new
the
to
trip, we'll be dating soon too.
She's
not
a
really
little
my
into
type,
this.
to be honest.
Do you want to be my friend?
Well, we can be friends, dear. But dating is more of a romantic thing.
No, because my friends, I asked what it meant, and that's what they told me. And then I said, "Oh, I'm dating my party," and they were like, "Yeah, that's totally what it meant." So like, right?
She kind of like looks at both Wren and Rhowan separately.
Wren is going like this.
I think they may have oversimplified.
Oh, so like if you love someone, then you're dating.
Dating often comes before love, but it's more or less to determine love.
Wren is recalling that Brielle said that she loved her last night, so she's like, "This is not going to help clarify things."
You guys are just messing this poor girl up so
Yeah.
bad.
You know how your parents love each other, Brielle, in that very special way that they love each other.
Yes,
It's very different than the way that they love you.
yes.
Well, dating normally comes before getting married and having children, and it's that kind of love.
Got it. So it's like you love your friends, but only one friend. And then it's a little more special than that, but not love.
It can be love, but
Some
sometimes love means you decide to get married, and sometimes you date someone who you love for a time, and then you decide to love someone else for a time.
Okay.
Bren's like kind of side-eyeing Brielle, like uncertain where that landed.
Does she understand? Does she not understand?
She doesn't know.
Confidently. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks for clarifying things a bit.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. The boys just were really awful at this, so.
Boys are awful at these sorts of things. Should you ever find yourself confused about boys, please feel free to come to me.
Okay.
And y'all were suspicious of her.
I'm more suspicious
More
of her after she.
Are you kidding me?
She's nice. She must be up to something.
No. Wren is recalling something that Garrett told her and is like, you came into some things recently. That's suspicious.
I love how much everyone corkboards in this game. Um, the help is just about to finish with my horses, and I suppose we'll be off soon.
We're still waiting for somebody. I think
Oh.
it's very unclear.
The drow woman who was here last night.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure she'll be here in due time. Usually takes them a while to really gather everyone anyway. But once we do start rolling, would you mind if I kept my cart near yours?
That'd be just fine.
Thank you. I arrived late, so usually when I join a caravan like this, I pay a little bit extra to make sure I'm up near the guards because my cart gets targeted, and because I was late, they're not allowing me to move up in the pole, and I do need protection. I assure you, if you are forced to fight for me, I will pay you.
That is what
works
we're
for
here
me.
for.
I'm glad to hear it. I don't know what the going rate is, but should it come to that, I'm sure we can come to some sort of arrangement.
Wren just kind of looks over her cart. It seems like you are more than good for it.
Very good. Well, I'm off to get water for the journey. Can I get you anything?
Maybe breakfast. I don't think our friend's bringing any. And I'm really hungry.
Oh, they had people handing out food for the caravan just a short time ago. You might still find some.
That'd be amazing. I'm gonna go find that. Thanks. Nice to meet ya.
You as well. She heads off to collect water. Brielle, you head towards the center of the caravan.
Yeah, wherever I can grab food. I'm just
Wren
gonna
is
be like,
following. She's also very hungry.
Yeah. At this point, you're seeing like a lot of them are kind of putting their tent flaps down. They've all got like awnings and that sort of thing. They're closing up carts and putting the last of their gear in. You can see several fire pits with spits over them where food was cooking. You can smell the lingering smell of it in the air. However, the fires have all been put out, and you see almost nothing in the way of supplies still out.
Another grumble.
Wren, next time I'm getting breakfast.
We
I'm
should
not letting
have got
Sylra
some
do it.
at the end, but I
I
figured
know.
we should have got out quickly, but then I didn't know that Sylra wasn't going to be here.
You hear the rumble of a low horn, and a distant voice calls out, 10 minutes! And as the sound draws your attention, you look towards the edge of the square, and you do see Sylra approaching. What does she look? Is she running at this point, knowing that she's delayed? And you're also muted?
Okay, yeah, so she would be running, having like the linen bags or whatnot full of food. She looks a little disheveled. But yeah. Her hair is a little bit out of place here and there.
When she comes up, Wren is just like taking in the sight of her.
I brought food.
She like looks like she's about to say something, but then as soon as you say brought food, her eyes drop to the bags of food you have. Oh, thank goodness. I didn't want to be rude, but the granola was not satisfying at all.
You notice a
It was
startling
good.
similarity between some of the horse feed and some of the ingredients in the granola. Rhowan made it last night.
Well, here. Sorry that it took me so long.
So you
Did they
unwrap
run
this
out of rolls?
linen bundle. There's a roll in it.
Oh no, she's asking why.
Closer.
Like, why did it take so long? Did they run out of food? Like,
I had a quick chat with my friend again. Just
Oh, that's why your makeup is smudged a little
What?
bit.
oh, tries to fix it.
I think Wren like leans over and like helps you clean it up a little bit.
She doesn't know what else to say. She just sort of shoves the food in their hand.
Yes, thank you.
I take a roll, and she's just like walking with the bag and rolling around.
A good meeting, I trust.
Yeah, I had something. I didn't want to tell you guys, but cousin of mine, my family's not happy as I've mentioned before, but a cousin of mine found me last night and threatened me. And I was worried about my friend's safety because he's also a drow, but he has protection, so I don't know how else to explain it. It's a very, very long story, but I don't want to put you guys in danger, but me being here will put you guys in danger.
Well, we were still in danger without, even if you weren't here yesterday, unless you had anything to do with those peritons.
No, nothing at all. Those things are
I didn't
creepy.
think so. It was
Um,
using an absurdity to make a point.
I think that we already have the attention of a lot of dangerous people, that it might make sense that we stick together despite it.
So.
Okay. Well, I mean, Rowan probably heard more than enough to understand everything. The blush sort of comes back on her face.
No, I think I get the gist.
But I want to catch you and Brielle up over some time about what my family is like.
I'd love to learn about your family.
If you think it'll be helpful to understanding the situation.
Yeah, I think it might. But anywho, are they leaving soon? Should we?
They did
Up?
say 10 minutes.
Oh, ooh, I came back just in time. I was afraid you guys were going to leave without me.
We wouldn't do that.
Sort of snaps her finger. Like, I knew you guys would.
Ren will start heading back to the wagon, still eating as she goes. She's probably done by the time she gets there. Like, it's very obvious that she needed more food.
We'll probably check in with Deirdre to see if she needs help with her wagon, and if not, then she'll come back to the cart.
Yeah, as you approach Deirdre, Nadia's actually standing with her, and they're chatting as you make your approach.
Are you okay to drive your own cart now, or you want me to do it still? I don't mind.
Oh, honey, that's very kind of you. I think it's best if I learn to do it properly. Nadia's been giving me some pointers. Have you met her?
Oh, yeah. We met, like, not too long ago.
Good. Seems we're all in the back together, so it's good if we can all get along.
We'll keep each other safe.
Well, you'll keep us safe, I hope. I hope you're not counting on me too much. But you and your friend really, really helped me turn the corner yesterday. And if there's ever anything I can do to actually help you, please let me know.
Maybe in the future you can give me some pointers on how to sell stuff, because it looked like I wasn't doing a great job of it yesterday. I know that like I tended to try and make people pay more and you would half cut what I said, but I was just trying to get you money. But if you could maybe teach me some things, that'd be great.
I can absolutely. The first thing to do is to understand cost. And once you understand cost, then you understand what the bottom floor of a sale is. And then, of course, you can look at quality, time invested, things like that, apply them as well. And then, of course, you want to make profit on top of that. And she like goes on for a good
Glazing
like...
over. Like, question, does anyone in this caravan that you know of sell books? Because I feel like I'm going to need to write this all down at some point. So maybe if I grab one of those, then we can go over it later.
I don't know of a book merchant. Nadia kind of just goes, well, I've got some books, but I don't think they're what you're looking for.
We'll figure it out later. But I'm not going to lie. I'm going to forget everything you just told me.
Well, tell you what, if I do find myself feeling tired or overwhelmed, I'll wave you up to my wagon and perhaps we can discuss economics while you help me with my horses.
Perfect. And give me 1 second. Hold that thought. She's going to go to the horses and she'll be like, okay, Jorf and Fen, we have to be on our best behavior for her, okay? She's never done this before and you guys were great for me and you need to show her the same respect that you did for me, okay?
Make an animal handling check.
No, I did that last time.
Do they still remember that I asked them to be nice to the red lady?
I hope so.
You know, I feel like horses have a pretty short memory. But they don't respond negatively to this. They just kind of ignore you as you're talking at them.
She thinks she's helping.
Yeah, they couldn't have understood your words anyway, so it's yep, they just kind of continue looking down and moving their heads back and forth.
It should be good for you.
Oh, thank you. Well, enjoy the trip.
You too. Be safe.
As you head back, you do hear Deirdre say to Nadia, "Strange girl, but very sweet."
That's her brand.
You guys gather the rest of your stuff, and you got yourselves in line as the caravan starts moving ahead, like one wagon at a time, kind of getting into position, and then moving down the road as a unit. They make their way all the way to the north gate of town, where they are stopped for a moment, but very soon waved through. You head out onto the open road once more. It is a long journey to Vors Delta, many, many days on the road. Is there anything that any of you are particularly trying to accomplish as you sit in this wagon for hours upon hours?
I don't think Wren has anything until they are able to stop for the night. So she's probably just kind of keeping an eye out. She's not particularly good at it, though. So she's just like scanning the horizon, probably.
Yeah, give me a perception check. And the same can go for anyone else who's doing the same thing. So if you're doing other things, then save it.
I'm mostly just going to be driving, I think, so I'll go ahead and do that.
I feel like Brielle's just going to try and fill the awkward silence by talking.
Yeah, absolutely. Wren, you don't really spot anything of interest. The road is clear. The sky's uninteresting. The horizon is bare.
She tries to. She's trying not to like ignore Brielle, so she Anytime she has something directed her way, she will answer. It's probably like light chit chat though.
Rhowan, you don't see much of interest either. You're kind of looking at the back of Nadia's wagon. Really, the only thing worth noticing maybe is the bits of wildlife you see, the odd interesting plant, the odd squirrel running about in the grass, the fine craftsmanship of the wood of Nadia's wagon. But, for fuck's sake. I can see you smirking, and I'm like, don't look. Ah, shit.
I only smirked when Vix bonked me.
But the day goes on and on. Sylra, is there anything that you are doing with your day in the wagon?
If they ask her any questions, she'll answer. Other than that, she's sort of just relaxing since she's useless with her eyes in the sun.
Fair enough.
You need to get her like a big wide brim hat and some sunglasses.
Yeah.
Your wagon does have a covering. So she's not in direct sunlight, but she would still have disadvantage on anything that is in direct sunlight, which is everything else.
I think another reason that Wren doesn't see much is that she probably offers to play cards not for money, but just for passing the time with Brielle and Sylra at certain points while they're traveling. Completely missing probably some major things that Rhowan does notice.
Brielle at some point will probably lean over to Rhowan in the driver's seat and be like, so Rhowan, Wren was telling me you have this really cool house that we can visit when we get back to Kine. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No,
Are you going to take us there right away?
We can if we want.
Awesome. She also said she's going to get like a new, bigger house now that she's rich. So like, maybe we can all hang out there too. But like, I don't know. Is your house really big? Have you been to Wren's house? We've been to Wren's house. What's your house size?
We all went there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you all went there.
Well, it's kind of it's more of a warehouse that I've repurposed. There's some, so I receive injured people in the downstairs area, and I've got a little loft upstairs where I sleep sometimes, not very often, if I'm trying to understand like a bear or another animal that does sleep. We'll do that up there.
I think Wren turns around when she hears this description and she goes, receive injured people? You mean leave them there while you pretend to grind up ingredients so that they have to talk to the other patient there?
And you have friends now.
Thank you for that, Rhowan.
Sylra's just gonna like smile at her, like.
Not
Wait,
all maladies that need treatment are physical.
Who are your other friends?
Oh, me? I think he was talking about Sylra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Got it.
That is how we met.
Yes, it is.
They both got injured in the same leg on the same night.
It was very uncomfortable.
Were you doing the same thing?
We never
I
talked
didn't
about
ask.
that.
I don't know. I would be surprised.
What
Well,
were you doing?
Wren is staring at Sylra.
Sylra's staring right back at Wren.
And like,
You see, this is why I don't usually ask.
Oh, like whoever blinks has to say first.
I got into a bit of a fight. See, this is why I didn't want to fight last night. With some very rough around the edges people.
And
was it
my-
that short guy?
Oh no.
Oh.
I I had no idea that he was like that until that night at the inn.
I mean, that makes sense. You could take him.
You think so?
I think so. He's short. Just knee him in the face.
I'll keep that in mind. Definitely not writing this down for later callback.
What about you, Sylra?
I made the unfortunate accident of going out at night by myself with no one else helping me, and tripped fairly bad over a log. She looks really embarrassed.
Is that the truth, as DM I'm asking? Does she need to roll a check?
No, that's the truth.
Very different stories.
I love it. See, Rowan, now you know.
I do.
We really need to watch out about Sylra. She falls down a lot.
It's probably the drinking.
Yeah, she was drunk that
This is
night.
going in my letter again. Well, that sounds cool. I can't wait to see it.
Think you'll like it. There's a nice big garden and lots of room to look at the sky at night.
You have like a bunch of trees or like bushes that just grow good berries? Because you seem to have a lot of those.
Oh, I make those.
Yeah, with like the trees and the bushes and stuff.
I make them with magic every morning. We do have lots of berry bushes and plants, herbs, things like that. I plant most of the trees I sort of secretly planted in the park nearby so as not to obstruct my view of the sky.
Do you find that, like, Wren said that this was like a magical place for you? Do you find
It is.
Yeah? You find the stars are brighter there and that's why it's more magical?
Not necessarily bright. Different stars are brighter depending on where you go. I saw some stars last night that I had never seen before, just in the center of town here. I think you'll understand what it means when you see it.
Okay. Thanks, Ron. Just like sit back down and play cards.
All right. Well, the rest of your day goes off well enough, and your caravan continues on until the sun's getting low in the sky, and you find up ahead there is sort of a wide area off the main road that is disturbed, like as though wagons are often coming off the road here. And you can see that as they slow down, they kind of pull into it in a line and circle the wagons in one big circle around this area. Assuming Rhowan follows in suit, you end up as sort of the last line in the circle. And instead of the first wagon, which is always the wagon of the elf in the black armor, you find that it's actually the first merchant wagon that ends up on this end. And if you look across, you can see that they go about halfway around and then stop and then pull in to make sure that there are, arms on both ends kind of thing. But once the wagons all come to a stop, immediately people kind of hop out of their wagons. You can see them watering their horses and opening up their cabins and that sort of thing. You can see that just ahead of you is Nadia, and instead of like jumping out of her wagon or doing anything, immediately she walks into the back of her wagon and like opens up and like pushes up her awning and just kind of stands there waiting as like her lights get lit and everything. just kind of watching, waiting.
What is everyone else doing?
I'm also gonna participate in watering the horses, making sure they're fed, and then I'm gonna Rowan's got a whole bunch of rolls of parchment in his backpack, and he's gonna take some of them and spread them out somewhere, maybe somewhere in the back of the wagon, and update anything. There's this big map of the area, and he's gonna add some details that they saw on the road today.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to make a check just to see kind of the level of detail you're adding into your map.
How about cartographer's tools?
That's what I was thinking.
Which is the same as my medicine, so I'll just roll that.
Sounds good. You're literally like playing the journey through your mind as you add little details from the town outward, and you're finding that you're adding a lot of stuff that aren't on the popular maps as you do so. Of course, it's the limited perspective that you can get from the road, but still, every detail counts.
That's also the part of the map that people tend to be the most interested in.
Who else?
Brielle will probably check in on Deirdre and see how the trip went. And then she just kind of like wander around and see how everyone else is faring. If anyone needs help moving stuff out or like lifting their awnings, she'll like follow them around and help them out.
Yeah, you walk up to Deirdre's wagon and like you can hear the horses kind of whinnying at her. And she's just like, "Oh, that's enough, Harry. Come on, Terry." And like she's like tugging on the reins a little bit as they're like getting anxious and like trying to like they're trying to like get out around the wagon in front of them, and she's just pulling on them. But by the time you get there, she's stopped them. She just kind of sighs a deep sigh. She's like, "My arms are so sore."
I'm gonna look at the horses and just like, I told you. Wait, their names? What are their names? I've been calling them the wrong names the whole time.
Their names are Harry and Terry.
Got it. Okay. Sorry. Maybe I made them angry by calling them the wrong names. I'll do better.
What were you calling them?
I was calling them after my friends, Jorf and Fen, because, I don't know, all horses need names.
Well, they have names. We've been together for many years.
I know, but I didn't want to ask you because you were crying at the time, so I just made them up.
I would like for you to make a persuasion check, please.
In the tower?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
The results are going to be...
Not bad.
You
Not the
made
worst.
it. It's fine. She, for a brief moment, she like hesitates, and then she just kind of snickers it off and just, yeah. Well, no point in being sad any further. This was hard. I might ask you to help me tomorrow if my arms still feel like this. Is this what it feels like when you were pulling on the horses all day?
Yeah, it was awful.
They were good for me for the most part. It's just when we got here, they didn't want to stop.
Oh. Maybe I asked my friend Rowan if he knows what that means.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask him. I'm just going to help everyone else a bit first, if you're okay with that, and then I'll...
Yes,
Okay.
they're settled down, I think. She ties
I
off
gave them the
reins.
look, so they should be okay now.
Oh, good. They're in line then.
I'd like to intimidate the horses. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so she'll be like, if you need help setting anything up, though, you know where to find me. Can't miss
I
me.
do.
She'll point at her bright hair. Wait, maybe you
Ransom.
could, because Nadia looks like me, but I think we'll be fine. I'm taller.
How tall is Brielle?
5'9". Maybe
She's not
she's
taller.
taller. I'm shorter. This woman's a giant.
She's tall and slender. You know, it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Sylra, Wren.
Sylra is going to be sort of like stalking around in the shadows to try to help anyone
by stalking around the shadows.
What a Moira move.
Oh my god, I don't even know how to.
Just lurking.
I think for the most part, people are put off by you stalking the
Oh,
shadows.
probably. Probably, but
This is what you know.
Yeah, people just seem to be put off by you stalking around like that. One of them goes, "Oh, should we tell someone?" Oh no, that's one of the adventurers.
Wren
Uh-huh.
is going to try to have a conversation with Nadia if no one's around her.
Yeah, nobody has approached her yet. She's just kind of leaning up against one side of the window of her wagon.
Okay, she'll approach the window, just kind of casually.
As you do, you can see her like flip this little lever, and like part of the wall just kind of moves out to be a step, so you could step up to like look her in the eye.
Wow. I'm very impressed with your wagon.
Thank you. It is my pride and joy.
You've been doing this for some time then?
A while.
Been in you've been around Kine and Hardova for a while?
Yes. I stop in Kine and Hardova once a month at least.
I'm curious about your wares. Where do you secure such things? If you're not the adventuring type.
Oh, well, I'm not the adventuring type, but I am the traveling type. I travel up and down the high road from Forest Delta all the way down to is it called Kalimber? Make the journey back and forth ad infinitum, really. I have ever since I've arrived here, and just, wanted to do something new. Owning a shop in the Empire got boring.
Oh, so your business goes back to the Empire.
Of course.
Well, you never know. People come here to start fresh all the time.
Yeah, that's
Perfect
what I
chance
did.
to do so.
They say this is where the real money will be one day. I want to be on the ground floor.
I believe that. There's a lot of interested parties here, I'd find.
Too many. Turns out I arrived on the 3rd floor, but still, it can only go up from here.
You remind me a little bit of my traveling companion, Brielle. She's very optimistic like you.
Well, I don't know if I'd call it optimism so much as confidence. I know that I'll get a return on investment here, and I'm willing to do what needs to be done to earn it.
That's so.
Of course.
You, I feel like I'm interrogating you. I'm just very curious, that's all.
Of course you are, because you obviously come from somewhere of wealth and authority, and I've piqued your interest, and I know how to play the game, which means that you don't know if I'm someone who you can trust or someone who would put a dagger in your back the second you turn around.
Well, I make it pretty simple for myself, and I just don't trust most people.
That's a good rule.
If it's not rude of me to ask, and I also know how to play the game, and I know where the hard boundaries are, but I also know that things move along in mysterious ways, and I was wondering, because you had mentioned that you recently came into a bunch of new artifacts and items.
Mm-hmm.
Did someone offload those to you?
No, I wouldn't say that. Oh, I see. I'm no fence if that's what you're after.
I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying that some people might have wanted to hide things, and a legitimate business could be one way to do so.
I see. Oh. Oh, I certainly hope I'm not being used for that. But I doubt it. I procure items. I have a number of people who monitor the market for me, and I go after items that I find particularly interesting. You know, the items that really walk that fine line of things I can afford to invest in if I don't get a return immediately, and things that have enough of a buyer base and enough value, things that won't tarnish, that won't wear.
I think Wren's expression goes from like skeptical at first, and then like it shifts over to more genuine curiosity in her knowledge. And she kind of leans her arms on the, like there's like a overhang sort of thing.
Oh yeah, there's sort of a counter there in front of you.
You seem to know a lot about this stuff, and if you aren't running some well, I guess if you're not entangled with some of the more unsavory types, I would be very interested to know how to run something legitimate like yours someday.
Well, there are a lot of things you need to know. I'd be happy to discuss it with you someday, perhaps over a bottle of wine, but it's not a simple prospect. It wasn't simple back in the Empire, and here, putting down a proper shop seems pretty dangerous still.
I think I'll take you up on that bottle of wine. Whenever there's more time, less pressing things to tend to.
Perhaps in Vor's Delta, then.
Perfect. I'll buy the wine. And she's going to kind of like pivot and step off of the little step stool thing and wander off to like the center of camp, I guess, to see where everyone else is.
All right. That was everyone. Rhowan, did you have things that you were doing?
We already did them.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you find that the camp quickly kind of builds up as they go. A large fire being built in the center of the area. Several men kind of go off before it gets dark to collect a large amount of firewood. And people, as I said before, kind of just work together here. They help each other. They set up in a community. You see people offering large pieces of choice meat to be roasted and portioned out to people. People offering vegetables and that sort of thing. Several large pots start going towards the fire. And you do notice that as she's standing there, several people do actually come to Nadia, and you can see that they exchange money for gems or gems for money, that sort of thing, just kind of making it easier as they make their profits throughout the day. Yeah, once it gets good and dark and the drinks start flowing among certain groups and everything, you hear the beat of a little drum, boom, 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 and soft voice begins to sing, "The corner of your tables." And you can see it's Arie there singing as she plays the drum. Her little lizard kind of like swaying on her shoulder back and forth.
Singing that damn halfling song.
There are a lot of Friedrich Fingerling fans out here, so
It's okay, they don't know what we know.
yeah. It's the
Frank could
perfect
meme in the
cover for what he
face.
does.
That's what I'll do. I'll get him with a corner of a table one day.
Now I'm adding that to my notes.
But yeah, you guys are offered food and water. Alcoholic beverages seem to be shared within certain circles here. You could maybe apply for one if you wanted to. Is there anything anyone's doing before they get to rest?
Brielle would probably, because Rowan said we could go stargazing tonight. She'll
Yeah.
just ask to go with him,
Yeah.
kind of thing. My stargazing buddy.
Let's just go up the road a little bit so we're out of the direct firelight.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything specific that like she's looking for? Anything you're hoping to get out of this, or should I just kind of take it?
She's looking to see if there's that giant's leg constellation that he pointed before. And she's going to be like trying her hardest to look at it and think big and everything. think big. And like she looks really, really like she's trying and it's not working. And she's getting a little flustered with herself. And she'll probably just be like, Rowan, how does magic work?
Well,
It's not working.
Sometimes you need to not be so concerned with whether or not what you want to happen is currently happening. So I'm noticing you're very focused in on the fact that you aren't big right now. If you flip that around, convince yourself that you are big, like the giant. Rather than focusing on what you aren't, focus on what you want to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That actually makes a lot more sense. I am big. I'm big and strong, just like a giant.
There you go.
And I can speak giant, which makes me a giant.
Exactly.
And my family are giants.
Exactly.
So I am a giant. And she's gonna be like thinking this, and like she's gonna like her arms and legs to her are gonna feel a little like tingly and like painful, almost like when you get like growing pains kind of thing, like in her legs and everything. And then it's gonna like hit her all at once, and she's gonna like look at Rowan like and
I'm
she
not
only grew
shorter.
an inch. She only grew an inch. That's it. But she tried.
It's something.
Rowan,
That's
I
the
think I
first
did
step.
it.
That's the first step. You're a little bit taller than you were.
I am, right? Stand up.
You
Stand
are.
up. We gotta measure. We gotta
Yeah.
measure.
Stand up. Back to back.
I think I'm
Oh
taller.
yeah. But not as much of a margin as there was this morning.
Okay. But I
But
can
you're
like
getting it. You're getting it.
got it. Is there anything that would like help me with magic, to channel magic, to like make it work better?
Well, and he'll pick up his staff, and there's a little compartment where this star map rolls out of it. Like, well, this helps me focus the energy, but I think yours works maybe a little bit different than mine.
Yeah, I have you do it, but
But I think I might be able to make you a little token to help you focus.
is that what I need?
I need one.
Okay. Do all magic users need one?
I think a lot of us do have something like that. I know there are some. I've met some people that didn't need one.
Does Sylra need one?
I don't know. We
I
should ask her. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Rowan, I just want to say thanks for taking all this time. I know I'm a bit much, as my mom likes to tell me, but I do
I don't-
appreciate you taking the time.
I disagree with your mother on that one.
I'm a
don't
big
think-
much. You're right. I'm thinking
You're a
big.
big much. There you go.
Wow.
I like where you took that.
Yeah. Thanks, Rowan.
You're welcome, Brielle. It's been real great getting to know you these past 3 days.
It feels like I've known you forever.
Feels like it's been at least 10 days.
You remember how old you are yet?
127 came right
you do
back.
remember. You do remember. You are old. I mean that in the best way. But like
Not
3
a-
days means nothing in 127 years.
It's not as old as Sylra.
Sylra's old?
Older than me.
Oh, I'm gonna ask her how old she is. Rowan's literally that uncle that's like, go ask your mom about this stuff.
This'll really bug her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she'll just like thank Rowan and like look at the stars some more and think big. She's big.
Listen, you see that one that's moving real fast? They call that a shooting star.
I know, you told me last time.
There's another one. They still call it that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're
Rowan's
somewhere
very
else
forgetful.
Oh my god.
Horses don't remember things, as you said, Shanks.
That wasn't helping his case at all.
He remembered his age, so he had to forget something
Yeah,
else.
you gotta
okay?
swap one thing out.
I still think it's as cool as the last one.
They're the best.
They are. That's it.
Can Wren have noticed Sylra slinking around in the shadows and stealth behind her?
Unless Sherry wants to contest that, I don't see why that wouldn't be within your ability.
Or,
Go ahead. That will be fun.
yeah, Wren notices that she's kind of just like lurking along the edges of the encampment, and noticing that Brielle and Rhowan have gone off elsewhere. Wren starts trailing along behind her for a little bit, and then she's probably like just like a foot or so off to the side of you when you hear her voice just come out of nowhere. What are you doing back here?
She's gonna jump slightly, turning around. Goodness gracious. Ugh. Spiders and everything. So many people keep just scaring me today by showing up. I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to help, but no one wants my help. And she just sort of rambles.
Fair enough. I tend to like to keep my distance anyway. I didn't want to say this in front of everybody, but I guess I wanted to make sure that everything was as fine as you appear to be about it.
Well, yes and no. I knew that my actions with my family would, cause a stir. Possibly, they'd want to kill me. But seeing my cousin the other day sort of set that in stone that could possibly happen sooner than later. And I'm just not ready for it.
I suppose I don't want to make you hash everything out multiple times if it can be avoided, but I'm interested to hear more about that, but this is going to be uncomfortable for me to say. Everyone keeps calling us friends, and, well, as you know, before Brielle came along, we only kind of met, and I wasn't all that certain about you. In fact, I'm not certain about you still.
Fair.
However, I can understand difficult families. As much as it pains me to say, I can really identify with ones who wish you harm.
Mhm.
I don't want that for anybody. Not anybody that I know. My blades have been something that I've been trained to use for other people's purposes my whole life, and if I could use them for something that I actually care about, like protecting you, I will gladly do so.
Sylra's face is going to go like bright purple, blushing more than she had before. Well, that means a lot, especially coming from you.
I'm not trying to be standoffish, you know? Just the way it is.
No, I get it. I do.
I did come out here to the new frontier to have something of my own. And I think I forgot about that when I realized that so many people here are so many people back home.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this past week has put that into perspective a little bit. I forgot about myself, and I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Now, you look like you could use a drink. I'm sure that there's some ale and wine around here somewhere. It might not help Brielle's perception of you, but it might take the edge off to have one before bed.
That poor girl. Yeah, I could use a drink. Let's find one.
Yeah, Wren and Sylra will wander off and grab a drink and maybe sit by a fire. They have fun going on.
Oh yeah, there's a huge fire at the center, and there's also a number of smaller campfires. Are you looking to buy a drink, or are you looking to talk your way into one?
I mean, I got a lot of money. I feel like Wren's just like, yeah, I'll cover this. It's fine. I'll feel bad if I don't.
All right, yeah, you find a small group that are pouring from a keg, and you buy a couple of ales from them, and then go off to sit by a fire and enjoy your time together. Was there anything else for Rhowan or Brielle this evening before bed?
Nah, they'd probably just like come back and Brielle be like running up to the girls and be like, guys, do you notice anything?
You seem very... She's gonna glance at Rhowan.
I'm taller. Come on, didn't you not notice? Rhowan's
you're
standing closer
taller.
to me.
Well,
See?
back to back.
Are you sure?
Isn't she always that size?
I'll slouch a little.
Wren is going to stand up, but as she's doing so, I'd like to subtly change myself so that I'm about this, like a little bit taller.
Gaslight this girl.
Give me a stealth check.
It's a 20.
I mean, yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah, Rowan will notice it, but no one else will. She stands up and is taller than Brielle.
I'm gonna give you a look like, come on, man.
Well, she was gonna drop it right away, but she like does the measuring thing, like, are you certain? And then she's like facing you,
now.
going like this over top your head. And then she gives you a smile and she goes back to like 2 inches shorter to her preferred height.
Rowan taught me to be big.
By looking at the stars.
Yeah. And he's gonna make me something for magic. And so I can cast magic. And I could be speaking of magic, Sylra, how does yours work?
Oh, well, some of it's just innate. Some I can just do. But I do have a focus.
Is that the weird thing you said you'd make me?
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. I know all about those. She like looks so proud that she's like, I learned what magic is.
I know about focuses, I know about stars, I know everything.
Level 20 wizard. Yeah, I'm hoping that like maybe if I keep practicing though, and like when Rowan makes me the focus, that I could get even bigger, like when he made me big.
Yeah, I bet you could do that soon.
I think so. I can do anything I think about.
Exactly.
I look at Rowan like, did I do it right?
Nods approvingly.
Oh, you're drinking. Sylra, did you get any for us?
Wow.
Is there any extra, Wren?
No, I'm okay. I'm just joking. I don't want to drink this late.
All right. On that note, I'm going to say you all kind of have some small talk and then eventually get yourselves to rest.
This is why Wren is comfortable with picking on Brielle a little bit, though.
You find that after the long day's journey, the rest comes easy for most of you. There's people patrolling the wagon circle, and you know that should something happen, you're on call, but things remain quiet. Sylra, as you drift off to sleep, you do feel a subtle presence of the whispering darkness in your mind. It's not overwhelming, but it's like an ever-present thing that is making itself known. And as you feel it slowly sort of reach out to your mind, the image that you had before when you touched the scroll sort of replays in your head, but starting from where you are now, as opposed to where you were when you first touched it. And you see the road north. You can see small towns that you pass through. You can see the large river you cross. And then there, a small path that leads westward off the trail to a large dying tree where you see a cloaked figure. But then you are returned to your dreams. Brielle, as you fall asleep, you have this sensation of waking, and there you stand in a beautiful garden with white marble benches and large ancient trees. You see the beautiful and powerful Deva standing before you, the emblem of the fist before the sun on her shield. Brielle, you've grown.
Miles.
Not the paltry height I refer to. You've grown strong. You are mighty. You have gained attention. He would like to see your might grow further.
He?
Yes.
Who's he?
He is the father of strength itself.
I don't know if I'm that good.
Not yet. But his strength runs in your veins. He will bless you with further gifts. You must stand strong. Storm is coming. Show him you are mighty.
I will.
I have faith in you, Brielle.
Thanks.
The image just fades like smoke on water as you return to a deep sleep. And you all get your long rest again, even though nothing happened. We'll return with the morning in a little bit. So get some refreshments, do what you gotta do. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everyone. We're here with the second part, episode 10 of Echoes of Convergence. The group just got a nice long rest in the wagon circle off the road on their way north to Vor's Delta. Though Brielle and Sylra both had interesting dreams connecting them to sources of power beyond themselves. Similarly, Wren, you are woken. You are woken by the voice of Seraphine Thaloris. Elrin, House Drindle is chaotic, to say the least. I understand you have another assignment, and I understand something went wrong. Fix this, or it may be time to return for more training.
I feel like that's like a heavy weight in her chest for just a little bit, and she kind of winces at the name that Seraphine calls her. Like right on the heels of talking about carving out something here for herself.
It's also worth noting that you know this woman pretty well. She likes to save her sendings till the end of the day in case she needs more of her magic.
And this is at the start.
It was at the start of the day, and she is sounding very, very calm, which you know to be dangerous.
I think then Wren just says back, I won't make the same mistakes, and I'm confident in this current mission that I have. If all goes well, I won't be seeing you for quite some time.
Okay. It is early still when you are woken by that message.
Yeah, I guess there was a time difference too, isn't there?
Yes.
Wren gets up. She feels refreshed enough, at least, from what she got sleep-wise. I guess we were kind of just sleeping in our wagon.
Yeah. In or around or whatever you choose to do is fine.
So she gets up, probably sees Brielle nearby sleeping. Starts to gather up her stuff and tucks it out of the way. And then I think she's gonna go wander off to wherever they were watering the horses and just kind of. Is there a place there that she could just kind of like sit near there?
Yeah, there's a little stream, rocks and things nearby.
And it's like rushing water?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, she's gonna sit there, kind of take some comfort in the fact that she can't really see her reflection in the water, but she can still look at it. Just wait for the others to wake up, or for Sylra and Rhowan to be more awake. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know the timing of the trance versus your sleep or whatever the case may be, but, between that and whatever nighttime duties you generally do, you guys get your trance in and Brielle gets her sleep. Anything that you want to accomplish before heading out on the road with the caravan?
Nothing comes to mind for me.
Same.
Probably just checking if Deirdre wants me to run her cart or not.
Yeah, you can see that she's like struggling to lift her pack into the back of her wagon. And she's like, "Oh, blessings, dear. Oh, my arms are so sore. Please, if you wouldn't mind.
I don't.
I didn't know it was so much exercise.
No problem.
I should be better tomorrow, and maybe with time I'll get used to it, but
Baby steps.
I don't like baby steps. I like going in long strides, making a lot
Okay,
of money
so
very
then-
quickly while I do it.
Why don't you do this? You think about your arms being big. Don't think about getting big. Think of them already being big. And then tomorrow, maybe you'll be able to do it yourself. You'll be strong.
All right. I will try to visualize that. Perhaps I can even push myself just a little bit and do some of the sewing I put off today.
Oh, that's a good idea. You can hand sew while I run the cart.
You are an angel. I don't know which god blessed this world with you, but I'm grateful to them.
My parents are too.
I bet they are. So the caravan takes off. Brielle, you are 2 wagons ahead of the rest of the group, and yeah, it is. It's a pleasant enough day for the time of year. It's not particularly cold, but it is a bit hazy, which does clear up mostly as the day wears on. Is there anything anyone's trying to accomplish on the road? No. Okay. Well, maybe some perception checks.
Nice. I was supposed to be in the tower.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
okay. That's
Since
okay.
no one else did in the tower. What?
Oh, it's
12.
daylight.
Daylight.
This is why I don't play Drow generally. It's just
Sunglasses.
I don't know.
Fine.
Too many disadvantages. I'm like, nah.
I rolled the second highest though, so well,
That's
highest.
true. That is
Just fix
true.
it with half drow.
All right. Yeah, you continue on your journey, and Brielle, you actually kind of take notice of not only what these horses seem to respond to, but also the way others are handling their horses. You kind of pick up a few tricks about subtle movements to try to keep them in line rather than waiting until you have to make a big adjustment. Sylra, you're mostly concerned with hanging out inside underneath the cover and avoiding the sunlight, but you do keep watch out the back and the front of the wagon, and it's pretty much a clear day. You do pass kind of through / by one small town first thing in the morning. Certainly not one that would be a big enough town to accommodate a caravan of this size. Just a few hovels and a couple of farmsteads. And as that fades over the horizon, very little of interest comes into view again. A couple of wooded areas. You can tell that the caravan sort of generally picks up its pace as it passes by areas where the woods get closer to the road, which you could certainly discern as sort of a natural defense against potential ambush or that sort of thing. But you pass through midday and afternoon with little event. And as you get in towards late afternoon, you find the caravan slowing pace again a little bit as you pass into a bit of a more of a like a sizable village, not quite like a proper town or anything, but you see a number of buildings built up around the roadway and buildings built outward. It even has sort of a makeshift sort of wall that wouldn't really stand up to any sort of siege or anything like that, but more of a defining boundaries of the town, trying to identify people who come beyond the boundary, that sort of thing. But the caravan just kind of slows down respectfully as it passes through this town. You pass by this sort of chest height stone wall and then pass like a large field of crops and then a couple of farmhouses and then another large field of crops and a couple of farmhouses, as you get closer and closer into sort of what you could generously call a downtown strip, which is just a number of small businesses and homes, until the caravan comes to a very sudden and abrupt stop. You hear from far ahead and shouting occurring, some in common. At first, what happened? The wheel just blew. What? And then you hear yelling in Goblinoid. Anyone speak it?
No.
All right. Well,
Is this because I was aiming rockets at you guys in our text game? Damn.
They're just goblin candles. All right. I don't know what you're talking about. So, why don't you guys just go ahead and roll initiative or something like that?
I guess we could do that.
Fine.
That register? Yes.
Damn. My girl is distracted.
Try not to crash the cart.
Yeah, you rolled the highest.
Yep. Somehow. Well, I guess I know how.
That's also a good point, Megan. I would like for you and for David to roll an animal handling check, if you don't mind.
No problem.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Look at us. We did the thing. Maybe.
Hopefully. DC 25.
Yeah.
All right, let me put you on the map. And it's a bit of a big one, so it might take a moment to load in. I apologize.
This guy bragging about the size of his map.
Yeah. Oh boy. I didn't make the mistake of putting all the horses on the map this time, so I don't have to deal with that. Okay. And let's share. Should get it momentarily.
Is that the name of the town?
Yes, you're in the town of Anidale.
Cool. Write that down.
Oh my gosh, this map is massive.
I did warn you.
It's true.
I like big mix.
At least it's not milky. Hey, we got another raid. Thanks, World of Akaya? Or is it Asaya? Correct me
think
if I'm
it's an
wrong.
L.
And another raid from
No.
Silent Wolf. Wow, thank you to both of you.
Can
Welcome
somebody
in.
do shout outs? I'm changing things.
You're busy. So our party is currently traveling with a caravan in the last wagon, except for one person who is piloting for another person. And the town was sorry, the caravan was just abruptly stopped by an ambush of some kind. There was the sound of an explosion at the first wagon, and that's all they heard, yelling in goblinoid. So who knows? Thanks for joining us. I hope you had great streams, and I hope you enjoy what we're doing. With that said,
Would you like combat music?
I would very much like combat music, thank you.
One combat music coming right up.
Need to do this now. That's a lot of red in the tracker now. A lot of red. Thanks, Silent Wolf. Yeah, so it's going to actually be Arie, who is one wagon ahead of Brielle, going first. You can hear like, oh, the goblins want to take our wagons. And you see her kind of step forward and actually, what is her passive and what is there? Oh yeah, she's gonna, oh, nope, I stand corrected. Surprising. She pulls her longbow off her back and knocks an arrow and just kind of stands at the edge of her wagon and starts looking around. And she's like, oh, where are they?
This doesn't bode well for Wren.
Oh boy. You can hear far ahead of you the sound of steel on steel as a number of things happen. Oh boy. A number of things happen very quickly, and you can hear oh, that's the wrong, let's find the same number. Okay. Yep. You hear just the sound like a swift grunt, and then as attacks begin to occur at the front of this caravan.
No.
Followed immediately by Rhowan, as you're pulling back on the reins to try to stop the horses, which you both did succeed at doing before you slammed into the wagon in front of you.
Amazing.
As soon as you pull them back and get them to a complete stop, you drop the reins, and as that happens, an arrow flies from an unseen spot over your head, fortunately, and into a tree nearby. You catch a glimpse of a small, yellow-skinned goblin with a short bow in a window before they immediately duck behind cover and hide once again. Then from somewhere further ahead, you hear another booming goblinoid voice, deeper than the rest of the voices you hear, kind of shouting around in the vague distances, calling out in goblinoid once more as they seem to command the joint forces. You hear thunk as a sizable arrow collides with the side of a wagon. Wren.
Okay, everything is happening way up ahead there.
No. An arrow just flew by Rowan's head.
Okay. But we hear screaming from our wagons.
Yeah, you're
Like?
you're at the back, so literally almost everything
Okay.
that is happening ahead of you, but there's stuff going across where you are as well.
Yeah, sorry, I don't care about that. I'm not losing more civilian caravan members is the thing. I am going to dash over there.
Yeah, absolutely. As a bonus action, I take it.
Yes.
Okay.
I might also use my action. I don't see anybody still.
You do not currently see anyone, no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going then. I'm gonna use my action now to dash. Oh, that's not dashing. That's 30 feet.
That's what you get.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, Wren just jumps out of the wagon and is just like determined look on her face. I'm not gonna lose any more of these people. So she starts running.
Yeah, you sprint up like a bolt of lightning, and as you come past the front of the wagon where you are right now, you can see Arie just standing there going, "Oh, hi Wren, where are they?"
I was hoping you knew.
I can't see anyone.
Right, well, it looks like she's going to continue to run past, but that's the end of her turn.
All right. Yeah, as that's happening, as you're arriving there, you hear glass breaking ahead. Oops, that doesn't matter. It's the same number. As someone screams, and you hear a thunk into wood. It's another arrow is fired at someone, just missing their face.
Gosh darn it. Why'd you make me care about these people?
How dare.
I'm just doing things. I don't know what you want from me. Sylra, you're still in the wagon, so I'm going to give you a little bit of cover, but from behind the wagon, you suddenly see an arrow flying towards you. You're able to kind of move back at the last second, but you see it go into the side of the wagon right next to you.
Okay.
I think I also have a condition to remove from you because of what I just saw down there. What did you cast on yourself? Detect thoughts? Or was that there from before?
I have no idea. I was trying to open something and I was just pressing the wrong button.
Okay, well, you no longer have detect thoughts because you shouldn't have that. I don't see invisibility on you though, so I don't think you gave yourself the effect, just the time for some reason. I don't even know how that works.
Something is invisible for an hour.
Something's invisible for the next minute. So, Rhowan, it's to you.
So, which window did I catch a glimpse of that goblin in?
That came from your right. So there's a window like right next to you. The door to the structure, it's just a small cabin, like a very small wooden panel home. The door is on the south side of the building. You saw it as you went past it, kind of thing. But there is a window that is, I guess I should just open it because it is open. And you saw a goblin inside fire an arrow through the open window at you and then just kind of hide somewhere else.
Great. I want to use a bonus action to, I'm assuming I can see through the window.
Yeah, you can see through the window.
Would like to bonus action face step into the building. It looks like it's less than 30 feet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. How do you want to give me a spot you're going to?
How about there?
Yep, absolutely. You face step into there. What's your passive perception?
21.
Then from there, as soon as you materialize, you can see that crouched behind the table is the same yellowy goblin who had bow in hand, now not benefiting from cover as you appear in the room. He's just like, ah.
Should I be seeing a goblin on this map?
Oh, you should. Give me 1 second. Let me, he is goblin that number. I don't want to reveal how many there are.
That's fair. Yeah, then I'll just step up towards him. And Rhowan, somewhat uncharacteristically, is going to wind up for a punch. And
Okay.
cast Primal Savagery in this process.
Yeah.
Nice.
It doesn't, at a
Primal-
distance.
Is Primal Savagery a bonus action?
That Misty Step wasn't a spell. That was a racial feature, but that is an action. It's like I make an attack. It's an attack cantrip.
Okay, so it's as part of the attack action.
Yeah,
whatever that-
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's not like Shillelagh.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. It's been a
Yeah.
long time since I've dealt with Primal Savagery.
Yeah, but at a distance, nothing appears to happen. But if you look really closely, there's thousands upon thousands of little tiny white hairs that pop out on Rowan's fist as he invokes the essence of a stinging nettle plant and tries to clock this guy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I
Give me your
hate
attack
that.
roll. That's awesome.
Natural one.
Damn. You have inspiration.
I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, do that. Do that. And please don't roll another nat one.
I didn't. It was a
Well,
15.
Yeah. So you can see he seems to see you coming, and he almost gets this chair up between you and him at the last second, but like he cannot move it fast enough between you, and your fist just collides with face. The damage too.
11
Holy
points
shit.
of acid damage.
Oh man, yeah, your fist just contacts his face, and immediately you can just see the decay appearing on his flesh as he just goes blah, and falls flat against the ground.
I got one.
Unbelievable. A one-punch kill from the freaking druid.
Nobody saw it. Nobody saw that, did they?
Nobody saw it. Yeah.
I was just like, I got one.
Amazing.
And I'll just step back. Since I have some regular movement left, can I climb through the window?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Sorry, I jumped the gun on your.
Oh, you're good.
And that's end of turn.
That's end of turn.
Cool. Arie suddenly lets out a little bit of a shriek as a goblin arrow gets right into her armor, penetrating her abdomen. She goes, "Oh, Wren, there's one over here!" And immediately after she says that, where's the thing I'm looking for? That. Immediately after she says that, the goblin then like just dives back into cover, and she goes, "Over there somewhere," and points to the west. From somewhere north of you guys, you do hear more yelling in Goblinoid. It's 2 words, and it is followed very quickly by the sound of a very intense thunk as a javelin slams into wood, and immediately after that, as another javelin slams into flesh. There is no noise that accompanies that sound.
I'm sure it's fine.
People get stabbed by javelins and don't say anything all the time.
Yeah.
Brielle got stabbed by like 7 of them. It's fine.
She was fine.
Sylra.
Okay,
It is to you.
so the arrow that almost hit her, it came from the south? Was that what you said?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. Would she be able to like see which direction it like
Yeah, definitely. So it came from the hovel that is south of the one Rhowan went into.
Okay. So she is gonna move there, I guess.
Yeah. What's your passive?
Not great. It is
Right, so it's not 16.
14.
Okay. So, yep, you come up to this window that is open. You see an empty house that looks very lived in.
Okay. She's going to then prepare to cast if she sees any movement in there, Toll the Dead. If she can.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's see. Why didn't it apply that? I don't know. That's fine. There is a thunk on the wagon on Nadia's wagon. No need to be vague. It's the one in front of you. And you can hear Nadia scream, "Ah! Rhowan, someone? Anyone?"
Right outside.
You actually can see him.
Neat.
A goblin pokes his head up over the crates to the west of you and fires this arrow. I think you should be able to see him right now.
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay. And then immediately dives for cover once more as he tries to hide. But not enough to hide from you. So you like see him like dive for the barrel now and hides under that and waits to make another attack. But you know where he is. However, at the same time, there's another thunk, thunk on the other side of Nadia's wagon, and she screams again, this time opening up the back, like the doorway from the seat into the wagon, and then just closes it and like bars it.
Good call.
Oh, he also went back into hiding, but that's fine. Brielle, it is your
Brielle.
turn. You have just managed to hold back the horses and come to a complete stop. You can see Deirdre's like shaken in the back, but she seems to know what's going on, and she has just like lifted up the flaps and like she's boarding herself in, kind of thing.
Yeah. Brielle would have like told her to kind of like take cover, but you may have to take your chance at driving this thing. I'm jumping out.
If I have to, I will.
Okay, so Brielle's gonna jump out and run 30 feet kind of over
absolutely.
to by where Arie was.
Yep.
And then
Yeah. She's just like, "Oh, Brielle, he's there somewhere," and points at those crates to the west of you.
perfect. Do I see him or he's still hidden?
What's your passive?
Hold please. Where are you? Like 12, 11.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, no way do you see him.
I guess she will just kind of go wander in, so I'll use my dash to kind of get in here if I can.
Yeah. With the barrels, that is difficult terrain, so that's as far as you can go.
Yeah.
But you don't see him. He's not in this opening where you are right now.
Got it. That's my turn.
All right. You use your dash, so you've got nothing
Yeah.
else, right?
Yeah.
Okay. up ahead, you hear more clashing of steel on steel, the sounds of grunting and goblin growling. You're not hearing like anything overly dramatic beyond the sounds of contested steel. You do hear the faint sounds of something large being moved. Outline of sight, that's about as much as I can give you. It comes back to Arie, and she's just like, well, what do we do? Should we help them at the front? Should we defend ourselves? I don't know. And she just like knocks her arrow and just continues to look around.
About how many? And this is the long caravan. Okay.
It's a long caravan. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely what's going to happen here. You hear from very close to the front, oh, damn! And then finally, you hear the sound of a goblin horn. You can hear the goblins riled up. They're cheering and roaring and growling. And from somewhere to the east-ish of most of you, you hear one very deep, powerful guttural.
Concerning.
Wren, it's your turn.
Oh gosh. I don't know either, Arie. Damn it. Wren is just gonna call out, do you need help at the front?
You get a very quick response of someone going, yeah, help!
Okay. Going to the front. Come on, Arie. Or actually, maybe Arie should stay put there.
Oh, I forgot to roll for him. Give me 1 second. That's 2, because that was before that happened. Let's see. Yep, you don't see nothing. You run forward, and you can see that there's a number of arrows kind of sticking out near the front of the wagon you're right next to. You haven't reached the source of that voice yet, but yeah, that's about all I can tell you.
Alrighty. Well, that was my bonus action. Alright, I guess we're gonna continue to run. That's what I'm doing this battle.
Absolutely. Yeah. Not a bad choice though. Objectively speaking. You can see now that from where you're standing, as you like run up and put your back to the wagon, as you look back where you came from, you can see that there's 2 bodies, let's say, in the front of the wagon you just passed. One of them is more or less a pincushion stuck to the back of the wagon wall. The other one, it just has a graze, and they're kind of trying to figure out what to do, as they don't even seem to know where the arrows are coming from. They seem to panic and like get up out of their seat, and before they can get anywhere, unfortunately, a goblin arrow goes right through their neck from somewhere west of you that you cannot see.
Caravanning thing is dangerous.
Wren probably actually is that frustrated. I mean, that's, yeah. Okay.
All right. Sylra. Right in
Yep.
front of you in this window, a goblin with short bow in hand suddenly pokes his head out and draws towards your wagon and sees you're not there, and at the last second seems to notice you. Cast Toll of the Dead, please.
Yay!
It's Goblin 8. Oh, let me reveal him to you so you can target him. Oh.
Let's see if I can do. Oh. That worked. Why won't it target? Oh, I did. Okay. I was looking at the wrong thing. It's been a day. Remember.
He succeeds against your saving throw.
Is that right?
That can't be right. What is
I don't
your
think-
spell save DC? It can't be 11.
That
Like,
can't be right.
It can't be.
I don't know.
Your spell save DC should be on your action sheet somewhere.
Well, I mean, like on the thing it says DC 11.
That's because it's in here as wisdom. It should not be wisdom.
Be charisma.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, is that because that's one of the things she got from the tome? Using
I
a
don't know.
different spellcasting modifier?
There you go. Spell save DC is 15. So he failed it, so go ahead and roll your damage. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
It should actually be 2d8 because you're at level 5. Well, 6 damage. You can see the sound rings out as necrotic energy pours through his body. He goes, "Nah!" and then just turns his bow towards you and fires once more. You're not quite in melee. Oh, is he not targeting you? Your AC's above 13, right? Why is he not targeting you? He fired one at you before.
Yeah, it's 15, so.
Cool. So the arrow just goes wide off into the air, and he very quickly dives for cover once more, and very much disappears from your view.
Yeah, she definitely does not see that.
Yup.
Where'd he go?
Goblins can be nasty, guys. That's why I waited until 5th level to throw them at you.
So,
Rhowan.
this goblin behind the barrel, do I still see him or do I just know that he's there?
He's in cover, like he's got full cover.
Okay. Is there
He's
somewhere
on
I
the
can,
ground, like, yeah, but you know his position.
Is there somewhere I can get where I might be able to say have 3/4 cover instead of total? I don't know. Anywhere? Maybe over here?
Actually, the only way I can see that you would accomplish that is by gaining elevation, which there are options nearby.
If I go up on the roof of one of the wagons.
Absolutely, you would
Great.
have full line of sight.
Let's do that.
Yeah, you scramble up on top of this wagon and you look over there and you see him like crouched behind the barrel and looking up at you. Goes, "Ow!"
This Nadia's wagon?
That is Nadia's wagon. Yeah.
Like, it's okay, it's just me up here. And I'm a thorn whip him.
Oh shit! Okay, thorn whip him from all the way over there. That's gonna fucking hit. This thorn whip streaks across. He's still shocked that he's seeing you, and suddenly this thing wraps around his body. Holy fuck. Yeah. The thorns just immediately, as it wraps around him, pierce into him, and you can see he's very likely to bleed out right away. However, you continue with the spell and pull with great force, and immediately his face collides with the barrel as he breaks through it and just, ends up a bloody pile of splintered goblin and wood.
Again, no one sees it.
And again, no one sees this. Actually, Brielle could kind of see it, and certainly Nadia's watching out the cracks of her iron gate windows. Is that end of turn?
I will bonus action starry form the chalice mode.
Okay. I won't pretend I remember what that means, but
whenever I cast a healing spell, I can heal another creature or the same creature an extra D8 plus 5.
All right. With that being your turn finished, this goblin pokes his head out around the crates once more. Brielle, you see him, as does Arie, who then takes.
I wish you could give me like everyone's vision. Because a lot of showing the map is just black.
You actually can. If you click on Arie, it should share her vision with you.
Okay, cool. That did work.
You should be able to do that with any ally.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I meant to have like a discussion with you about it, but life.
Come on, Arie.
She fires her longbow at him, but it goes into the crate directly in front of Brielle. She's like, sorry, I'm nervous. I think they need me at the front, and then just immediately starts running.
Isn't it the goblin's turn?
Oh, it is her turn. Yeah, it is the goblin's turn. She can't do that as a reaction. She starts running, but she doesn't go anywhere yet. The goblin who poked his head out, I guess he fully intended to attack Arie still, so that's what he's gonna do.
I'm going to use my reaction to invoke Cloud Ruin, so he's not going to attack her, he's going to attack me instead.
Cool. Well, his attack moves from her to you. He's just like, and he fires his arrow, and it just off one of your pauldrons and into the air, and he goes, ow.
I like goblin shanks.
Yep.
Stop it. I'm doing things. And then he just immediately dives back into the cover and tries to hide.
I wonder where he went.
I wonder where he went.
It's like playing
He's
peekaboo
gone.
with a child. Where are you?
Wren, you hear from somewhere behind you a very commanding voice in Goblinoid, and as he steps forward, you can see to the south of you. I don't have him on there because I don't know how to put a roof and like have him visible. He's not exactly where he's supposed to be, but you should be able to see him. A very well armored, very commanding looking hobgoblin steps across the roof, looks forward, and then catches, like, his eye catches you.
Mm-hmm.
And he once again issues a command and then winds up and tosses a javelin your way.
Just if you hit, I'm intending to use uncanny dodge, just so you know.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a hit. So he winds up and chucks a javelin towards you, and it connects, but only just as you completely press your body against the wagon.
Wren actually, she recalls the fights that she was watching yesterday at the tavern, and she remembers some of them were like kind of lighter on their feet, and she kind of shifts her footing a little bit and like moves with the attack so that it doesn't dig as deep as it would have. And yeah, then she just kind of like presses herself back against the wagon and just like, oh, like I learned something. she just feels the thrill of that.
Okay, and as you do that, yeah, that's about it. That's what happens there. Sylra, it is back to you. This goblin disappeared inside this house.
She is going to, I don't know, she wants to like hide between the windows if she can.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then she's going to hold action, told the dead again. And if he peeks out a little bit, she'll cast it on.
Okay. Rhowan,
Yes.
you see to the after just absolutely dismembering a goblin in a single cantrip, you hear first. Yeah, it's true too. You hear first as a goblin comes running up behind you. As soon as you turn to face it, it draws its short bow and fires an arrow at you, which is not going to hit. Just way off into the sky. But he immediately abandons the bow anyway, draws his scimitar, and continues his charge all the way towards the wagon. Yeah, all the way towards the wagon. He just like leaps at the side of it and just collides with the wall. And you hear him go, and beneath you, you can hear Nadia going, what the hell is that thing? Brielle, it is to you.
Perfect. How tall is this crate it's hiding behind? Like, could I climb on top of it to hit it? Or do
You
I
can
have to
climb
run
on
around
top of it, no problem. You could also go around it without too much issue, however you want to do it.
The shorter way, 15 feet.
Yeah, you
okay.
just climb up on top of this and you see him just cowering below you.
I'm going to hit him with my axe, hopefully.
Yeah.
I will hit him with my axe.
Yeah, you just bring it up wide and swing it straight down between your legs. He doesn't even stand a chance at defending himself against the attack. And
hold on, I get to roll 2. I'll take the 11.
It'll do it regardless. So, which one is that? 6. Where is he?
But it could have been a 12.
Could have.
Yeah, just and like it literally just goes straight through him into the wood, and you have to pull it out. He doesn't even make a sound.
Perfect. And then I don't see anyone else around, so then I'm gonna move, I guess, my 15 feet back to the barrels.
Yep,
and that'll be
absolutely.
my turn.
All right.
Am I being silly, or is there a way I can jump to tokens with the combat tracker?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, you continue to hear contested steel against steel, and suddenly you hear as a goblin ahead of you is slain out of sight.
That's good.
Rhowan.
That's me.
As you're looking down at this goblin charging the wagon you're standing on, you hear an increased pace of thump, 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 thump. Suddenly, you see an ogre appear around the corner of the building you were nearest. It charges towards you at full speed, and as it does so, it tosses its javelin at you. Yup.
Hey,
You're taking a damage. It catches you hard in the shoulder. And in the moment of bloodlust, you can see it just feeding off the pain it caused you. Arie, as I stated before, is like, I gotta go, and just starts running. Yep, that's about it. Okay. She gets to about here, and then sees Wren and says, like, where are they? Ah! She looks left and doesn't see anyone. They are actually up on the building, as I told you.
Oh, sorry.
You could add up if you'd like.
Yes, I would like to. I just figured that she already.
No, it's fine. She looks left. She's like, what? Up! Ah! But she has dashed, so that is her. She does, however, point at one of them and call out to divine spirits.
Oh.
Yeah. You see a goblin now step out from behind a building ahead of you, Wren, and as it does so, it cuts into the leader of the defenses at the head of this caravan, and you can hear him grunt, "Oh, he got me deep!"
I'm coming!
Oh, I should reveal him. There you go. Exactly as you say I'm coming, however. Another goblin to the right of you pokes his head up above a farm fence. Can't see him. There you go. And fires his short bow at you directly. You may use uncanny. Oh, you already used it this round, right? It's once per round.
Yep.
Yeah, his arrow gets right into your shoulder.
Yeah, she was like looking back and up, and she just gets arrow to the shoulder, and her head just like whips around to this other creature attacking her now.
Yeah, and as soon as you lock eyes with him, he kind of gives you this and then dives for cover again and hides from you.
You can play that game.
Stepping up over the ridge of the roof is a second hobgoblin, not dressed quite as regally as the other, but with a long bow in hand. He points it down at Arie and fires. She just immediately jumps back half a step, and it hits the ground in front of her, and she goes, "That was pretty close."
You can do it, big guy.
Wren, it's over to you.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I'm like stuck in marker mode. There we go. There we go. Gonna 30 feet. I'm gonna go this way and try to slip in quietly between these two wagons.
Yep.
Using my bonus
as you
action.
slip around, you find that there is a man sitting there, still holding the reins in one hand and holding his thigh in the other. There is an arrow stuck into it, and he's bleeding pretty badly. He goes, "Oh, you did come! Help! Ah, it hurts."
Do I have a potion? Is that something that I have? Nope. I am going to call out. It's not even going to matter, but she doesn't know that. She's going to call out, "People need healing over here." She's going to draw her psychic blades and shoot at the goblin at the front there. That's actually,
Yeah.
sorry. I was stealthing and then I got sidetracked when you said there was somebody there. I'm going to do that first. Do I need to do that in the tower?
Your stealth check?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right. I am having a hard time controlling Wren since going to other people now. Okay. Targeting. Am I hidden? Can I get sneak attack?
Yeah,
on
you
this?
have advantage on that for sure.
Okay, cool. Oh, shoot.
That was not advantage, but it does hit. You can roll again to see if you get a crit. You do not.
That is
but-
definitely not a crit.
That's fine. Roll your damage. Your psychic blade streaks out across and immediately just passes through his neck. His head just... and he falls to the ground.
The other one beside me is hidden from me, I assume, because
He's
my
hidden from you.
perception is nothing.
Correct.
Okay.
It is nothing.
Then I am going to send another blade up to our hobgoblin friend up here.
Yeah.
Oh shoot,
have
you got
that.
rid of the guy already.
That'll hit too. Yeah, your second blade streaks up across and it just into his arm. He just kind of flinches suddenly and then just looks and
I'm gonna slip back around.
he does seem to like know where it came from, but he doesn't seem to care.
Cool. I'll just stay there for now.
Shit, he doesn't have line of sight on her. So, oh, there we go. Someone he has line of sight on.
I don't like the sound of that.
That is totally fair.
Now I'm moving the map. Great.
Very suddenly, an arrow comes out from the window very close to you, Wren. The goblin arrow getting in you for 1 damage as it just barely cuts through your tricep. And you see the goblin is like through this lattice stonework window in the temple next to you. But as per goblin pattern of behavior, he then looks for cover somewhere else in the building. I didn't reveal him to you, but like, there you go. He then hides somewhere else in the building and is completely hidden from you.
It's really annoying when people do that to me.
Yeah, I know.
That's my thing.
You're not the only ones who get to do this, guys.
Ren is actually saying that to herself right now. She's annoyed by these tactics. Oh.
Rhowan. Or sorry, not Rhowan. Sylra. I got briefly confused because Cheryl used to have a character named Rhowan, and I was like, Rhowan's a Cheryl name.
We've done this on purpose. See, mine's
You know,
different
I
'cause it
believe
has
you.
an H in it.
Yep, that'll hit. So very suddenly, a goblin arrow from a hidden position to the south of you, as he used a different window as a vantage point this time, gets right into you. However, as that happens, you see him. So that is a success, though.
Okay, he actually saved that time.
Yeah, you're also muted, so I haven't heard anything you said, but
I haven't really said anything, so
but yeah, unfortunately, I get why you're using Toll the Dead right now, being in daylight, but they are passing these saves. I don't know what to tell you.
Happens all the time. I know the pain.
It's a pain. It's a pain when it happens. None of us like it.
yeah.
He then dives for cover once more and hides in the house. Sylra's feeling a little bit like that scene in Lord of the Rings where Legolas takes out like 9 guys and Aragorn's struggling against one the entire time.
Yep.
Rhowan, it's back to you.
Right. In response to Wren's declaration that they've got wounded, it's like, and we've got an ogre. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Got it.
And go big or go home. I'm gonna throw a 3rd level guiding bolt at this guy.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Explode his head. Explode.
Watch him crit and do that. Like
Ah, God, that'd be awesome.
You do have inspiration again.
Oh, sweet.
we all want this, is what she's saying.
Shit, I'll use it. Why not?
Ben, that's ridiculous. Like
It's not natural. It's not natural. That was
it's
very
not a nat
rude.
20. It is a
That
20.
was very rude.
But you hit. You dropped a 2 and you hit.
I need to remember how to upcast. I pick up the dice and then pick up some more, right?
Yeah, you got to pick up the dice you need and then put them in there.
Now get max damage.
That's a lot of
that's
ones.
ones.
Oh, I feel
Hey.
bad for you.
You can let me redo it.
No,
Not that bad.
the rules are the rules.
Are they?
But yeah, no, you line up and you draw a lot of power forward. It's something about just this impending force and you standing on your own, which is not a place you're used to being, puts you off your game. You get him, but it's a glancing blow. You see most of it just kind of reflecting off his face, and he's shaken for sure, and the residual glow still takes effect, but it doesn't slow him.
There. And then I don't know if there's a bonus action. That's a thought. I think, oops, moving the entire map. Cool. I'll try to draw them away from this wagon. I'll bonus action face step to the next one up the line and then sort of yell out, "I'm over here now."
Okay.
Come and get me, you big idiot, or something like that.
Fair enough. You do know the next one is Deirdre's wagon, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get further away. Which I was not that successful in because of triangles, as it turns out, but
how many face steps do you get?
3.
Okay. Just for my clarity, just so I know, you know.
Yes. I got an extra one when I leveled up.
Right. It's proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh boy. I'm seeing whose turn it is.
Yeah, the captain of the hobgoblins just literally starts running across the rooftop and then drops off directly next to Arie. As he falls, he brings his great sword down towards her. Right into the dirt. As she dodges aside, she goes, "Whoa, you're quick!" But in response to that, he brings it back up into the air, and she again just leaps to the side really quick. And
Love
you can
her.
see, at least Wren maybe peeking around can see, like, there's just this complete fury building on his face as he fails to hit twice.
I think because Wren was like dealing with these goblins poking in and out like some sort of whack-a-mole game, she sees that Arie is frustrating them just as much, and she smiles a little bit to herself.
Sylra, it is back to you. You can hear all kinds of combat happening to the north of you. And this goblin has continued to evade your attacks and your sight as he hides around inside this house.
She basically just says, fuck it. And that's not where I wanted her to move. What? Now it won't let me move. There we
Where are
go.
you going?
There we go.
All right. Yep, you move 15 feet. What? Stopped you for some reason. You move 15 feet forward there.
Thank you. Thank you. And she is... Let's see, who can I see? Let's see. Oh. They are a little free. Yeah. Okay, so she is going to attack this guy, Goblin 9, with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's just holding on to the side of the wagon and snarling at Nadia. Make your attack roll with disadvantage because you're both in light. Oh, it's already up. Cool. However, that is a big hit. So
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your damage as he's standing there. You can hear the crackle of eldritch energy forming in your hands, and the beam streaks out towards him.
Hey,
Let's see that
and because
damage.
it's 5th level too, so there's
Oh, you
two
can actually
beams.
do 2, but do 1 for now, and then you can.
Nice.
Ha ha ha.
The snarling just stops so suddenly as its head is just immediately atomized by the beam of your attack. His body falls limp to the floor. You still got both movement and a second eldritch beam.
Yes.
Oops.
That ogre's a little scary. Why can I see that?
Why
It's very
can't you
big.
see it?
No, I said,
Buddy.
why can't I see it? It doesn't.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, she is going that way.
Oh, I don't know why it's being weird about your movement. You've got line of sight on him from there.
Yeah.
But he's gonna have 3/4 cover from there, just so you know, because there's a tree and a house in between you.
She's gonna go for it anyway. She's pissed off.
Yeah, so do a -5 on the bottom modifier there.
Come on.
Oh, that should have.
No, it cancels out because guiding bolt.
Oh yeah, a guiding bolt on him. Oh shit, that's a hit then. Yeah. Pew pew. Oh boom, big
That's
damage
awesome.
again too. You can see it. Not as huge an impact as the goblin, but you can see it blasting his forearm. He rears back, and now his attention is divided north and south. I guess we'll have to see where he ends up going.
He's going to try and run in both directions at the same time and pull himself in half.
That's
like
how
it.
it works.
That seems very likely, yes.
But he's not focused on the wagons, which is good.
Brielle.
Brielle's probably going to pull herself in half because you guys always, every fight, go more than 30 feet away from her. And so she can't do her protection thing. But she will have heard Rhowan say something about an ogre, and she's going to be like, you have a what? And she's going to like run over. Still difficult terrain, right?
If you're going that way, there is a gap you can use. So you can go here in 15 feet of movement.
And then I'll go 15 feet to here then, I guess.
Absolutely. And yeah, you can see both Rhowan and Sylra. Like, you can't see the ogre, but you can see them both looking at the gap in between the buildings there. And it's a safe bet. There's also a headless goblin laying on the floor in front of him.
Valid.
So,
Can I use my action to run and then a bonus action to do something, even though it's not an attack?
you can use your action to dash, and then you can use your bonus action to do anything that you can do as a bonus action, unless
perfect.
it's like you can do this as a bonus action if you attack.
Got
like
it.
The monk's unarmed strike, that sort of thing.
I'm gonna run. Run. Can I see the ogre?
Yeah, you should have line of sight on him there.
Okay. I'm going to be big because Brielle's dream, she wants to impress her god and she's thinking big, and she's just going to see this ogre and be like, you need to pick on someone your own size. And she's going to use giant
awesome.
light.
Oh, shit.
Now.
Yeah, immediately she just grows up to the size of a large creature. You can see the ogre, his attention, which was like he's going like this, and as you talk, he doesn't seem to really take you in until you get big, and then his focus becomes like laser thin as his pupils narrow at you. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Then the ogre raises his great club and charges Brielle.
Cool.
Just from behind you here. That's what I'm talking about, Brielle.
You did it, girl.
Oh. He was still targeting me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
It was
I got
like,
nothing, man.
You're not listed in his targets.
Well, I just tell you what I see on the screen.
Hey, take a quick look at your wounds just in case, but you're not listed as a target. And I target cycled you, so just make sure. Because
roll
Brielle
some
did
damage
get
and see
hit.
what happens.
Yeah, let's roll some damage.
It
Yeah.
did not apply that to me.
Cool. Brielle, his great club gets in right into your midsection. You get your shield in between it, but it still just slams you up against the wagon. But he's an ogre. That's all he can do.
yeah.
Arie, who is now
Arie.
dealing with this hobgoblin captain in her face, simply drops her longbow, draws her short sword very quickly, and very rapidly just begins swinging at him. I didn't target him, somehow. And I also didn't apply... Crap.
I didn't take damage.
I didn't apply crap. Give me 1 second. You know when you like prep something and then you go, oh, I'll remember to add that before we get into the game, and then you don't?
Sure.
I've totally been there.
I don't just make stuff up on the spot. It's fun.
You guys prep?
I'm like, 7 seems like a good number of damage to give you. Pretends to roll something.
Well, she swings her short sword into his armor the first time, and then quickly spins around the other side and right into the other side of his armor. And then he just kind of seeming to be glad she's right in close now. Wren, you're not currently hidden, right? You used up your
No.
you used your attacks last. So yeah, a little goblin boy pokes his head out around the corner here and fires his short bow at you. You don't have cover.
I mean, I'm in between horses, right?
Kill the horse. No.
If you want me to start killing the horses and the people, that's fine. Technically, the dude's kind of between you two. I could hit him. but it's a miss anyway. It into the dirt next to your foot.
Into the horse. Yeah, got it.
The horse. Yeah, the horse's name is Dirt.
The dirt.
Hi, I'm the Dirt. But he then just very quickly runs back away from you and hides again because he's a goblin. Doesn't want to die. This hobgoblin leaps down off the roof as well, dropping his longbow and drawing his long sword. Arie is now completely flanked by these two, as two hobgoblins start swinging their swords in unison against her. Give him a +2 and a long sword attack. Yes.
I just remember, Shanks, if you do kill her, you're going to have to explain this to your daughter.
He's just gonna blame
Sometimes she
me.
learned about loss.
Like,
Fair is fair.
Your mother was right there and did nothing.
And now you know how Cheryl felt when Tip died.
Yup.
I am trying. Tip just
Anyway.
left.
So she.
Woo! He swings his long sword right across her back, cutting through her leather armor and deep into her flesh. She screams, "Ah! What? Where did you come from?"
Okay.
Friend, it is to you.
Yep. It sure is. And I don't have to use my bonus action to hide first to get advantage on this attack. Or get sneak attack on this attack.
Correct. Yeah, you don't have advantage, but you get sneak attack.
Just hit, Wren. That's all you need to do. You can do this. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yeah, go ahead.
Much
That
better.
will definitely hit. So you chuck your psychic blade down the road. It collides with him directly in the back, and the psychic energy pours
Nice.
through his body very suddenly, and he just drops to the floor. You can see Arie looks over his shoulder. Thanks.
You're welcome. She has another attack. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna help her yet. I'll do that.
Yeah, absolutely. You spin, throwing from the other hand, and the other dagger straight over her into his shoulder. Once again, not enough damage to really draw his attention. Just seems to be a minor inconvenience.
Okay, this time, is there a window right here beside me where that
Yes.
I was getting shot at?
Yeah, but it is like a. You ever seen those like in old cathedrals? Like it's a window, but there's like this stonework design throughout the whole
Okay,
thing.
so I can't climb through.
No.
Okay, then I'm just gonna kind of tuck myself up here, crouch down,
Okay.
and I'm going to bonus action hide, trying to hide from the two goblins who are like currently trying to shoot at me.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll a stealth check, and as you get there, you can see now in front of this wagon is where a bunch of fighting had occurred. There's at least half a dozen goblin corpses on the ground ahead of you, and the elf in the black armor is just cutting through them with his sword.
I might actually move up a little bit more than right there, and then I'll hide.
Okay,
And that'll be the end of her turn.
cool. Oh, it's back to him. That was your stealth check. What is their passive?
fact that you are checking even is troublesome to me.
You can hear an audible, what? Where? And Goblin shuffles around inside, very close to where you are. Literally, there is another window just above where you're hidden, and you can hear them literally on the other side of it looking for you. And then they move further south to look through the other window again.
Guess it was just the wind.
And then that's all that happens. Sylra, you
Yep.
Yeah.
you are being targeted once again by a
Damn
hidden
goblin
goblin.
meat.
Goblin ate the ire of your life. Fires an arrow at you from hiding. It just glances over your collarbone, cutting you fairly deeply. And you can see him in the window to the south now. And he's just kind of peering out. He's like, "Ah!" And then ducks into cover again.
She's going to yell out to him in deep speech just to try to be a little bit intimidating. I'll get you.
Make an intimidation check.
This is what she's good at. Oh, come on.
Come on.
That is not gonna do it.
You also
Jinxed
have
it.
inspiration.
Oh, I do? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
using it. I didn't know I had inspiration.
Yeah,
You're using it on this intimidation check. Okay.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, this you start speaking in deep speech, and you're not quite getting there, and then you kind of feel the presence of the whispering darkness around you. You sort of summon a part of his voice, and suddenly, in this terrifying guttural, earth rumbling sound, you threaten him in ways that he can't even comprehend, but he does know that it shakes him to his absolute core.
That's all I
Rhowan.
can do to him. That's all I'm going to do.
Right, I'm like,
It's back to you.
look around and say, you got this, Brielle? And I'm gonna hop off the wagon and start booking it towards Arie. I think that'll put me within 60 feet of her.
That should. Yep.
Cool. It's like, you're gonna be all right, and I will give her. She got bodied pretty good, yeah.
Oh, she got cut up real bad.
she's
Yeah.
in the red right now.
I'm gonna give her a 3rd level healing word.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus your star cup thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see what. So this is kind of complicated. Okay, so +2, and then an additional 2d4 on top of that.
Rhowan calculating the healing he does.
Measuring his chalice. Seems like the right amount.
There.
Yeah, you send this healing word out to her, and you can see it just revitalize her, and she's like, "Oh wow, I'm ready to fight you now."
And then I'm gonna take some of that healing energy, invoking the chalice now, and heal myself for a d8 +5.
Nice.
Cool. And then that was most of my movement and a bonus action.
Right.
You know what I can do?
What's that?
Because I'm a spell sniper now. He's within. No, the guy's within 60 feet of me anyway. So I'll thorn whip the hobgoblin captain, since that's just a cantrip.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that was against myself. Cool. Well, we'll use the one that hit him.
No, you targeted yourself, damage yourself.
These
I'm kidding.
these vines are very sharp.
Yeah, you got to hold the thorny whip in order to throw the thorny whip.
I gotcha. So yeah, that'll hit us. This.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it wraps around him and cuts him raw. Is it just an automatic pull, or is there
Yep. 10 feet close to me, please.
10 feet?
Yep. Let me double check that. 10 feet. Yep.
10 feet. That's 10 feet. Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Neat. Okay. You can see he notices you, like, obviously. He just damaged the hell out of him and pulled him. And he looks back at you and looks forward, and he moves up once more and then quickly leaps to the side over here in an attempt to avoid your direct attack. And as he does so, he's going to attack Arie twice more with his sword. Well, it's going to be a big one.
Woof!
He
Well, never mind that healing motion.
cuts right into her, getting straight through the collarbone into the rib cage. And as he pulls it out, you can just see her fall to the ground. He then moves over here and waits as he takes cover. Sylra.
Yep. She is going to just sort of this. Just want to do Eldritch Blast again.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, your first beam goes out towards him, and he just smacks it away with his club and turns his attention back to Brielle. You can hear the incantation. You can feel it coming.
Just want to try one more time.
Yeah, go for it.
Hopefully.
Ooh,
Same
Come
exact again.
on!
Yeah.
This,
Yeah, he once again just turns in a full circle this time, just colliding it with his club, and then turns to face Brielle once more.
She's going to move up closer.
Man,
Absolutely.
even a straight roll wouldn't have hit.
Yeah.
Brielle.
I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah.
I'm a fighter. There's nothing super exciting to explain it.
That's the woman who just turned large.
Yeah, you just became a giant, and now you're gonna hit it
but
for,
I'm still gonna
extra
hit
it. Yeah, your
Okay.
your axe gets right into it. Let's see some damage.
Question. So
Mhm.
I have giant smite, and one attack can deal an extra d6. Does that count as my weapon damage? Because savage attacker, I need to know if I roll that twice or not.
Let's say yes for now, and I'm
Okay.
gonna double check the rules, but I don't
Works for me.
see that it's an issue.
Okay, so I'll roll. This would be the first one. 10.
Right.
And
Oh, that
then-
second one isn't damaged though, so I'm gonna have to
Oh,
manually
is it not?
input that.
uh, 11.
Okay, so it's.
Do the first one as the 10. I'm fine with that if it went as damage.
I mean, okay.
It's 1 point.
I mean,
And then-
yeah. But no, let's do the 11. That's how
Okay,
your thing works.
okay.
Why?
It's 1
What
point.
difference-
I'm just trying to make it easier for you, okay?
That doesn't make it easier. It's the same thing I have to do regardless.
Oh, okay. So that was the first attack.
Yeah. So that's yep. Yeah, your attack lands
I'm just
really
all
well.
over the place. I'm grabbing the wrong thing. Ignore that one.
Yeah, you gotta roll an attack roll.
I gotta roll attack first. That'll hit.
All right.
Okay. So this will be damage. So 6.
Well, your savage attacker only works once per turn, right?
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Why did I think it was all of them? Never mind then. Ignore that. It's the 6, which was the first one.
Yeah. Once again, like you're just, and you're getting into him, and his arm's defending himself, but you're cutting deep into his flesh. You're also enraging him.
Perfect. I'm gonna action
surge. Is that
surge.
your turn?
No, I'm gonna action surge.
Oh, you're action surging. Nice. Yeah, go for it.
Cut this thing
Why is-
down.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Did that apply? That didn't apply, did it?
No.
Did you
'cause I
untarget
forgot
him
to
for the
click
damage
it. I did. I untarget him for the damage.
Okay.
It doesn't say I'm
Yeah.
targeting him.
Yeah, you only need to do that when you're doing savage attacker, which
Got
is
it.
once per
Oh,
turn, right?
got it.
So
Okay.
Rest of the
Sorry.
time, just let it in effect. Yeah.
Got it.
No
got
big
it. Got
deal.
it.
Yeah. You still get to multi attack with that, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go again?
Yeah. That's what action surge is, another full action. So if
Oh.
you use the attack action, you
Sure.
get. to
I
attack
clicked on
twice.
him this time too. So it's 20.
Voice.
Yeah, apply that damage. Yeah, so you into him, and he's defending himself, and he's looking like he's ready to wind up. And as soon as he winds back, you bring your axe down and take his arm clean off. And as it falls to the floor, he kind of looks shocked and looks at you, and then it right into his head. And you just see him crumble before you. The new and improved giant Brielle is standing victorious over the ogre. Fucking brilliant moment. Is that
If
the
only
end
I
of
could-
your turn?
That's the end of my turn. If only I could learn to roll the dice better.
I mean, don't say that in Sylra's presence right now.
Aww.
Oh,
Dice have it out for Sylra tonight.
so
Shot
mean.
to the heart. Come on.
You know, I'm honestly just surprised because Moira is the character who crits every freaking session.
And Sylra just misses every single thing.
It's when you
Balance.
try to be cool with a character, that's when you know the
Always.
dice are against you.
But see, I'm not even trying to be cool. I'm just trying to make like.
Have you seen
Attack.
Sylra? She's hot
Yeah,
spider
she's cool.
mommy.
Yeah, she's cool. So this round, Arie passes her first death save.
Okay.
Goblin 2 doesn't see anyone with his line of sight, I don't think. No one that he can hit. So he makes a move there.
So
Yeah,
just
and then
so
dashes up into here.
just so we know where we're at, Brielle and Sylra both have advantages still that they can
Okay.
use. Where's this
Okay.
goblin?
Wren, it's to you.
Okay. I don't like whatever it was that you were doing. Currently right in front here, I don't see any immediate threats.
No, literally, like as you kind of get there, you can see that the two brothers at the front have made their way through the horde that hit the front of them. You can also see that this wagon does in fact have a wheel that is completely blown out. There's wood splinters and iron all over the place. There is a small crater in the ground beneath it, or where it used to be. The horse on the driver's side is critically wounded. Like, it is just laying flat on the ground and bleeding out. But yes, the goblins that remain here are on the ground, crawling away, hoping to save what's left of their life.
So all the danger still seems like back here, and they've got the front covered, though there are people
yeah.
anchored up here. Okay.
Yeah, literally, like, just as you got there, they finished them off. They look bloodied, like they're wounded for sure, but like the fighting has ended here just now.
Okay, I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah.
Is this goblin hidden? He was looking around for me, so.
Yes, he is. However, what's your passive?
Not good, like 9.
Okay, then yes, he is hidden. However, you're still hidden too, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, then you both don't see each other
I'm
as you're
sneaking
crawling
around,
along
like, trying to
below the
hear.
windows.
Nope. Okay. I see that Arie is on the ground. I'm
Yes.
gonna bonus action. Oh wait, can I dash and also stealth?
Yes, but you're moving at half speed. Yeah, you get up to there and peer around the corner, and you can see the hobgoblin captain instructing the goblin who had previously been firing pot shots at you. He's giving him an order.
Yep. I can't do anything else since I used my movement. And
yeah, but if you came out of stealthing to do that, so they, as soon as you press against the wagon and look around, they do actually stop and take note of you.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Because I just wanted to move up closer to Arie, so that's fine.
Oh, that stupid rock's in his way now.
Well, he could come out of there, I'm just saying.
Actually, as you were saying that, that's what I was doing. You hear suddenly from the very front again, oh, got one more.
Let's hope he can handle it then.
Here's hoping. I honestly didn't even notice we went over time. I thought we were still well within because this battle was so intense. I've lost track of everything else in life.
That's okay.
Sylra.
What?
An arrow comes flying towards you.
That same goblin?
Yeah, the
Oh
whole
my
battle.
god. This
Wow.
guy's
Just
the
cuts into your
gosh.
thigh and into the back of Nadia's wagon. You hear go, ah, I thought it was done.
Fireball centered on that house.
You do see like he is now peeking around the corner of the outside house there, and then he dives back in and attempts to hide from you. Which
That's more
fails
like
for
it.
once. his foot still sticking out as he ducks into cover. Rhowan.
I'm a run 30 feet towards Arie.
Yeah.
Cool. Now that I'm within 30 feet, I'm going to throw a second level healing word at her and then also direct the energy from the form of the chalice at her since I have to be within 30 feet for that one.
Absolutely. Go for it.
So here's the healing word. Not awesome, pretty objectively fine, but
Yeah.
not.
Your modifier is the real hero here, but
My modifier is the hero. And then nope. There we go. That's more like it.
yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, she just goes, oh no, what happened?
You got stabbed a bunch. Can I can see that goblin? Do I have line of sight on it? I'm assuming I don't have any on the hobgoblin. I'm not getting like cover from these wagons.
Yeah, because they're tokens I had to add, so they don't have collision. He's gonna have 3/4 cover from there for sure.
That's fine. I have spell sniper.
Oh, so he doesn't benefit from cover.
Only full cover. I ignore half and 3/4 cover.
Well then, go ahead and hit him at full strength.
Can I please target him?
No.
You got him.
There we go.
Gobbo 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Get no thorns back out.
Oh boy. Yep, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. I'm sure it'll probably. Oh, it doesn't kill
Not
him.
quite. A low
I'm
roll.
surprised. So you can see him. He's holding his short bow in one hand, and he draws his scimitar as instructed. And he takes a step towards Arie, and he's raising his hand. And just as he goes to swing, you're like, and just wraps around him and just cuts him deep and pulls him towards you. Cool move. Yeah, he's there now. End of turn.
That's it.
All right. Yes. Okay. The hobgoblin captain steps up to Arie, who is still
No.
prone, by the way.
Ooh.
Puts his greatsword to her neck and says, "Leave the wagons."
What can happen?
Does she say that?
Nope. Is he talking to Wren?
He says it at Wren and then like looks at Rowan. He says it loud enough for you both to hear it. He's watching both of you to wait and see what the reaction is.
I'm not in charge of that.
Okay.
Come on.
I got more spell slots. We can keep doing this.
Miss somehow.
Just a whack-a-mole.
That is not a miss.
Yeah.
He goes to just cut the head clean off, and Arie, seeing it coming, just rolls to the side. He still catches her neck pretty good, but you can see her. She puts her hand to it. She's like, "I'm okay. Don't worry about me."
We're
But-
very much worried about you.
Having expected to cut clean through, he just immediately, as soon as his blade touches earth, comes right back up with lightning speed and towards Wren. You are so lucky.
He seems to like expect that with just like the slow way in which he like swings back. She
Mhm.
just immediately like steps to the side so that it hits
Yeah.
the wagon.
And as you do that, you can see how much force he put behind this one, and it just cuts clean through the corner of the wagon, wood splintering in every direction, and he just winds it around and back up and looks like he's ready to go again.
Uh-huh.
But it's Sylra's turn.
She, hearing the commotion, is going to.
You're a little quiet.
Hearing the commotion, she's going to move up 30 feet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So she is going to hit, or like try to hit at least, the
Yeah,
hobgoblin with an Eldritch Blast.
go for it.
Oh,
That
come
is-
on.
That's your third 3 in a row, isn't
These
it?
dice are very rude.
You have an inspiration.
Yes, I'm using it right. Thank you.
Or
You can't.
that would have canceled it
We
That
out.
can't
would
Yeah.
have
cancel it
canceled it
out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, forget about that. It's
Yes.
fine. You got ahead of yourself. Roll one attack roll without disadvantage. So just do the advantage button for yourself, and roll your next attack as a straight attack. There you go.
There we go.
That's
Yeah.
a hit.
Woo.
Roll your damage.
Oh, come on.
What is happening?
She's just having an off night, man. It happens. It happens.
It's like
to me all
every
the time.
night.
Sylra
It's
has a
so
lot
is
on her
that.
mind, okay?
He is distracted by the kiss.
Still
Which
thinking
one?
about it.
Don't think about last night or
The one
this
this
morning.
morning.
Yeah, well, either way though, it streaks out and collides with him, and he seems put off now. He's failed to kill her, failed to hit Wren at all, and then just taken an eldritch beam to the side of the face. He's looking a little perturbed, but is that your full turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Brielle, it's back to you.
Does Brielle see the goblin that kind of tried to like jump in?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
Okay.
his foot is still exposed. He didn't hide very well at all.
I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Yeah,
And-
absolutely.
That will be my turn.
Yeah, you get out in front of him, and he's just like,
Hi. You hurt my friend. We're not going to be friends.
Arie, is going to disengage as an action, stand up, and move 15 feet
Yes,
away,
do that.
and take cover behind a tree. Goblin 2 looks back, sees the captain has Wren, and runs at Rhowan full speed, attacking him with his scimitar. Oh, that was... I thought it was done rolling. It wasn't. His scimitar gets stuck right in your shield, and he has to... He is actually going to disengage as a bonus action, though, and move out of line of sight. Wren.
Wren. Can I go around him? Like, step around?
Yep. If you don't
Here.
leave his area of influence, it's just movement. Yeah. Well,
Kind of, as he's
it
like
will be more than
pulling-
10 feet movement, but
I'm not moving after this anyway. She
Okay.
kind of uses, like, when he pulls his sword back out of the wagon, she kind of slips around him. Seeing that Arie went on the other side, would that give me flanking? Or is she like...
she's not
gone?
currently threatening him.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way for her to threaten him at the moment.
That's fine. I am going to try to stab this guy in the back because I'm tired of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna try to do that
Yeah.
while targeting him as well next time.
Yeah, that first blade though, you bring it up, and he just catches your arm in between his and his armor.
And second attack. Come on.
Second attack absolutely
There we
catches
go.
him. Yeah.
Okay. I am totally fine with just standing here and taking whatever this guy's gonna throw at me. Actually, wait. I think I can bonus action dodge, right? Or is that just
Dash,
dash,
disengage, or hide.
Okay.
Yeah, monks can do it.
Disengage
But-
might be.
You can disengage.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Just go like right here.
Yeah, you can do that. I'll give you that.
All right.
Oops.
Just make him a little bit more annoyed.
Yeah, absolutely. You can hear, once again, Goblin clashing steel against steel as it attacks the armored folks at the front. And this one, he just goes, you know what? It's not worth it. He just puts his weapons down and bonus action disengages from Brielle and just dashes the heck on out of there. He wants no more to do with any of it. And he can get to about there.
You coward.
Mhm.
He's a goblin. Goblins are pretty cowardly. Rhowan.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna step. Not that I need it. I'm just gonna step a little bit more this way so I have a better line of sight on this guy. So
Mhm.
I've had just about enough of you, buddy. And I'm a guiding bolt him.
Yeah, absolutely. Guide that bolt.
Nice.
Go ahead. Yeah, you gather that radiant energy, form it into an orb, and this beam streaks out. And with his attention on Wren, it hits him right in the back. The glimmering, radiating effect, enlightening his armor. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I will step a little bit further back just to be annoying.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe one more.
Oh, sure. Okay, Wren.
Here it comes.
He just very quickly moves out and then around you to sort of close you in against the wagon. And as he does so, he sort of like shoves you back a little bit and winds up again, real big.
Yeah, she's just being slippery as hell, and it's kind of amusing her now at this point.
Yep, and it's infuriating him. So, yeah, literally as you slip aside, he buries his greatsword into the wagon and then just winds up to punch you. Same attack modifier. That is gonna hit.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
All right.
If I can, I will.
Yeah, so you're gonna take
Might as
1
well.
damage. Go
Awesome.
ahead and apply that. He just winds up and goes to punch you, and just like as he's making contact, you just kind of leap backwards with his fist, and it kind of clobbers your shoulder against the wagon a little bit, but it doesn't
Yeah.
hurt nearly as bad as you thought.
Yeah, like more so the splintering of the wagon catches me than his fist.
You just see him like, and
Calm down.
he's
Keep a level head.
Don't hurt
he's
yourself,
lost
man.
it. He's lost it. Sylra.
Yeah. Sylra is going to go to this side. Oh my goodness.
You can't go all the way over there.
I was not trying to go all the way over there. I don't know
Or
why
wanna
I
go
still said
fast.
20. There you go.
Yep.
And she's going to Eldritch Blast his.
You got an
Let's
Eldritch
try.
Blast?
And why was there no. What?
Guiding bolt.
Guiding Bolt. Yeah. That's a hit.
Everything's too bright. Shoot for the thing that's even more too bright.
You should
That
just
somehow
stick next to
cancels it out
Rowan.
for her.
Yeah, it streaks across and collides with him, and he stumbles a little bit, and he looks back and then looks at Wren, and you can see his right foot kind of shifts to point northward.
This guy's still going?
Oh,
She's going to.
That's what I'm talking about.
Beefcake.
Oh, we missed
unfortunately, as he's turning away from you, this beam glances off the pauldron of his armor.
this.
End of turn.
Yeah.
Brielle.
Brielle's probably gonna be stupid and run after this guy because the Durgar came back to get them, so she
Yeah.
would be
Hmm.
scared.
Yep. Yeah, you run to chase him, and you're just kind of keeping pace with him as he's running.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to keep using his disengage though.
Yeah. She'll chase him till the ends of the earth. He's 10 feet. Never mind. Yeah, I guess that's my turn. I thought I would be within range. So
I mean, you were in
Oh,
melee, so you should be able to do the same 60 feet that he did.
can I? Okay, I'll
Like,
take it.
Yeah, I mean, he ran 60 feet, you ran 60 feet, you were in melee.
Maybe I just didn't click enough. Okay, I'm going to try and hit him with my axe.
You just dashed though, right?
Oh, I did. You're right. I'm just not with it tonight. Sorry.
That's all right.
That's my turn. We're
We
just
just
gonna
gotta-
chase each other forever.
Until
You still got
It's-
that hand axe?
What?
You
I
still
do,
got that hand
but
axe?
I
She
use
used
my
her
action
action
dash.
to
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm gonna really go into wizard, guys. I need Misty Step.
Arie comes running forward, does like a little dive roll and picks up her longbow. And from here, she fires at the hobgoblin captain.
I hope she gets this. She deserves this.
Yes. Kill it. Kill it.
Oh, I always forget I have to actually open her sheet.
Not quite.
Oh, sorry, Wren.
What are you apologizing for?
I can't see very well. I got a lot of blood in my eyes.
That's understandable.
This goblin says something in goblinoid, and he also starts running.
That son of a.
Sorry.
Wren,
Yep. Okay. I mean, same thing, I guess. Arie's using her bow.
yes.
This is a little garden. Could I get over the little fence?
Oh, yeah,
Fairly easily?
absolutely. Yep,
So if
Not
I
a
went
problem
over
for you.
on the other side, would that now be flanking with her
that
since
would
she's
now be
actively
flanking. Yes.
gonna do that?
Oh,
Stuck on the
won't
fence.
let you. Because
Yeah,
it's like a
yeah.
window obstacle. I had to open it.
Yeah, so she kind of again just uses his anger as a bit of a distraction and kind of stays within range of him but leaps over this little fence here. And gonna attack now. I think I have everything clicked properly.
That's a hit. Yeah. So
Ah,
Wren leaps. You're fine, trust me.
oh.
Wren leaps up and around this fence, gets to the other side, and as his attention is divided, you wait for that exact moment of opening. As he raises his arm, you get your psychic dagger up and underneath his armpit, and you can immediately get it in and touch those organs, and you see it, the psychic energy just pour through his veins as he immediately just struggles for a moment and then falls limp and just falls resting over the fence. And that will take us out of combat, unless you guys
Well,
really do want to continue to
actually,
chase these goblins
yeah.
forever
I'm
and ever.
going to throw my second psychic blade at that goblin that's running away.
Yeah, that's fair. Go for it.
There we go.
That's a crit.
Oh, yeah.
Dang!
Yep.
She has had it.
Describe how this looks.
Yeah, so when she got that kill, she could hear the other one like scurrying off, and she's like, yeah, that's not gonna fly by me. And she just like lets it go, and she doesn't even really have to look to know that she's gotten it. She can just feel the psychic energy like ruminating in her head, and she kind of smiles to herself a little bit.
Yeah, he totally just arms in the air, takes it, and falls flat.
And she's like drenched in sweat from running freaking like 100 feet that way and then like 60 feet back this way.
Yeah, all while dodging arrows and swords and throwing psychic blades. So yeah, Brielle, do you intend to chase this goblin forever and ever and ever?
No, she'll probably just
Okay.
like get really annoyed with herself and angry at herself for letting him go.
Just a question: does Brielle's speed increase when
No.
she becomes enlarged?
I looked it up just in case. It does not. It
Good
used
looking out,
to in
though.
the UA, it used to give you an extra 10 feet, I think it was, but in the new one, it does not.
Dang.
You hear a call from the front of the caravan. Think we got them all. Let's see who needs help.
Yeah, I'll run up to the front and start handing out good berries to anybody or anything that's. The horse is getting one first, and
Priorities.
Yeah, you go around and you end up giving out, if you're giving one to each wounded person, you're giving out about 6.
okay, I mean, I can make more if we need to.
There is one person who is already succumbed to death, so healing is beyond them. However, the rest of the group seems grateful for the healing and for the fact that you defended them so well, as the defenders in the front were formidable but distracted by the horde they faced.
They had an ogre there.
Had.
You hear a lot of calls going up and down, like, is everyone okay? Where is everyone? And names being shouted and checking on each other. And as that's happening, the caravan master begins walking down the line of wagons, and he goes, I just don't get it. We only passed through here a couple of weeks ago. Where are the people? And as he's saying that, you hear sort of a banging against the wall inside the structure. I forget how to do pointers. The fairly large structure, sort of middle, located on the west side of the map. And he walks up to the door and opens it up, and there you see about a dozen bruised, dirty-looking villagers tied up, bound and gagged. One of them is just kind of banging his shoulder into the wall. And from there, I think we'll call it a night, especially since it's an hour overdue. I apologize to my players. I literally lost track. I thought, I have half an hour left, and then I saw the message that we're running late. I'm like, oh, right. Yeah.
I do not accept your apology on the grounds that it was unwarranted and issued improperly.
Well,
None of us complained, so.
I know, but I want to be respectful of everyone's time.
I appreciate that.